the presidential ballot papers in Awutu Senya West and Boko Central have been arrested. Eno ene de wo ho. Yebeba amama be kyeremu ye. Kofi Adoma pongoni Accra do yenkomra.
The Election Eye. The Election Eye. We have you covered. This is Angel.
Musa Sami Jamfi ejina podium no a. Say ono na wasase a okasa. Was the headquarters of the NDC. Ono any the communication director for the NDC. Communication officer. Yeah. Edema NDC. Enti yebesi akọ yenkohwe.
Please, I hope you are now ready. TV3 man, you're ready.
The Election Eye. The Election Eye. We have you covered.
You are welcome to the election center of the NDC. We started voting this morning in most parts of the country around 7 a.m. This will be our first briefing as a political party on the process so far. There's been some developments that we think is important we address you, and by extension the nation and all other stakeholders on. And so we'll cut off protocols and go straight to the point. We acknowledge all media organizations who are here, and especially those who...
This is Angel. The Election Eye. The Election Eye. We have the Election Eye. Election Eye.
We address you on some developments. Food. Very much.
Thank you very much, and all other protocols observed. As you said, we're going straight to the point. So far, we'll say that the process has been largely smooth across the country. However, there have been some challenges in some polling stations.
The Election Eye. The Election Eye. We have you covered. This is Angel. This is Angel. The Election Eye. The Election Eye. We have you covered. This is Angel.
Still, yeah, link you up to the NDC headquarters. Na yashe development NDC amanyuko se ekoso ewo election yimu antia omo friends and for na omo addressing central for by extension to the entire nation. Na yashe makacha se anoma bi nso akasa gumasum se omo wie ya NPP amanyuko enso address your minor. Omonso friends and for na yahe na majority na be answer to the because you dey market somewhere. No. Enti aya se niam abetutom amayase akọ makaje se Kofi Adoma wani ewo NDC headquarters hono ya sabre omo address on minor na ma yensu yehunu ne ekoso a enti a ama NDC amanyoko address on minor and so ewo ha ya guso ahwe se benya feed no ni ase akọ back na hwa de asem no maka
ebo and be a bibi nkoso ye ma wo mo elections anymore
because Sami Jamfi ni opening remarks no oka bibi say observations bi a omo aye
just and yama bi wa ha enkoso ye ma wo mo in person mo addresses our issues and yeah send ya dia wo fi say ebe ha wo de wo addressing ntema no ye chen say wo be kipia no watwen ya bia mre bia emfata bi na bia wa addressing tino.
Yes, on be addressing. Yeah, say you be room na. On say edu baby to say ya na internet no said like na hotel no. The do baby signal no ne ho niam no na akwa bibia ho but still
so networks need to minya
I to me Germany ade no matter what you be call yanya ka say the election ye dey som no ebe bremo no ye dey bremo ba bia wo bia enti enya ntomu Emma Yanko Honmoino. Yana making krata electoral commission dia babontin.
Okay.
Na mamin sign fa krata no ebiu. Na men kan emunsem kakra. Na yentie. Utie krata no say police arrest EC officers for tampering with presidential ballot.
I just approach if watch EC officers be on Domunsa Coca. Ballot.
Okay. The Electoral Commission wishes to inform the general public that the 2 officers who tampered with the presidential ballot papers in Awutu Senya West and Boko Central have been arrested and are currently in police custody.
Enipa officers mienua echi womo say womo tempai with Awutu Senya West.
Yes.
And Boko Central no empedinfo nsa ka omukua.
The officers are Mary Dachi, DAJHS, Awutu Senya West.
Just Awutu Senya West name
Mary Dachi. The other one is Ahmed Shafau Alhaji Salam Grinding Mill Police Station, Boko Central.
Boko Central nino sudin wabono.
Yanko signal them Yankomra.
Today you can see, and this is just one of such cases. Now, again, from the same sources, we are told that they are going to intensify these nefarious activities between 3 to 5 p.m. So anytime from now, because they know they are losing, they become very desperate. So they're going to intensify these activities. So we want to commend our agents and supporters and Ghanaians in general for their vigilance so far, and we wish to call on them to be even more vigilant. In the next few hours, it's going to get very intense. So they should be more vigilant and very, very proactive from now to close of poll, the counting, declaration, and the coalition. It's very, very important. We wish to call on all our supporters and patriotic Ghanaians who have voted not to sit home, especially in the Ashanti region. Go back to the polling station to observe the process. Don't stay home. It is your presence and vigilance that has brought us this far. So everybody go back to the polling station, observe the process, be vigilant, stand your ground, and ensure that the right thing is done. International and local observers should intensify their monitoring, and our supporters and other patriotic Ghanaians should ensure that the ballot boxes, when they are being escorted, they follow them. We find it very strange that there's been an instruction, we've intercepted a communication that is telling the police not to escort ballot boxes. That's very unusual. Why is it that they don't want the police to escort the ballot boxes? Ballot boxes are always supposed to be escorted by a security official, the police. So why that instruction that they should not escort the ballot boxes? So citizens of Ghana, rise up, follow the ballot boxes on motorbikes, on bicycle, on drone, with drones, with cars. Follow the ballot boxes. Wherever the ballot boxes are going, follow them to the coalition center. Follow the entire process. And everybody should stay vigilant. Victory is almost at hand, but we cannot afford to relax. Another issue which we wish to raise is the low deployment of security personnel, particularly in the Ashanti region, areas like Kwabre, Efija Kwabre, etc. I mean, you see that there is a deliberate low deployment of security personnel, and we believe that it's an attempt to create opportunity for ballot snatching and all those nefarious activities. Look, genuine policemen, genuine security people, we know they will not be part of this nonsense. So genuine policemen and genuine security men defend the nation of Ghana. Stand up for what is right. You will be vindicated. And citizens rise up and ensure that the right thing is done. The citizens are more than the fake police. The citizens are more than those few fake police. Even the genuine police people, they will not condone those things. So when the citizen supports them, the right thing will be done. Ensure that the right things are done. Follow every movement. We understand that, and I think I've mentioned it, the LPP constituency chairman for Kwabre is the one behind the ballot staffing, working closely with Chairman Wuntumi on this. There's been many other incidents as well. Awutu Senya East, the same Hawa Kumsin again. This same Hawa Kumsin again sent thugs to go and attack our member of parliament, our parliamentary candidate, incoming member of parliament, so I'm prophesying. And there was a shooting incident 2 people have been seriously injured. One is at 37 now, struggling for his life. A journalist and a party, one of your own, is it true or not, has been injured. This thing, if she had been sanctioned the first time she engaged in that activity, perhaps we won't be here today. So sometimes when they do those things and we speak, don't keep quiet. It is not an MPP NDC matter. It's about security. It's about the stability of the state. Today is one of your own. You never know tomorrow who it will be. So it's important that we are consistent and we speak again those things. And so we call for intensification of security to forestall a repetition. And she has to be held accountable. And let me also commend the police. They've provided security protection for our MP now. She has security because she was attacked in the house. So they've provided her security in the house, and she also has security escorts. But they could have preempted it. So the victory of the NDC is coming. Again, the signs are clear. We call on Ghanaians who haven't voted yet to go out and vote. Cast your vote now for number 2. And stay at the station after the voting to observe the process. Follow the ballot box, please. It's important because we find it very strange that at this late stage, instructions will be issued that the security should not follow the ballot box. That's not the norm. That's very weird. So follow the ballot. And we want our agents to be very alert. NDC agents to be very, very alert when it comes to the ballot accounting. The number of ballots issued must reflect what is in the ballot box. Anything short than that, don't sign the pink sheet. It means that the foreign materials have been brought into the equation. Don't. You have been trained already. You know what to do. So insist on the right thing. You know. Again, in circle, attempted ballot stuffing by a lady, printed for MPP and Nana Kwadwo. Those arrested should not be released. We have to deal with them for once. People who engage in these infractions, they have to be dealt with, and they must show us the source so that we can nip these things in the bud once and for all. So our people in the Volta region too, we hear it's going on well, but we shouldn't relax. From this time onwards, a lot of funny things may happen. Cha 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 cha. Ela ba agokoli afudam na mi le tuyama na mi dako kaba aba de funami tamito cha 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 nyonu ntuo de vio de kakbiwo mi hamo mi koi no aba dako me de shia de me ba ko de kakra na chimo me de shia na do no aba dako na mi anya chiglini akwa igbama akwana mi. Thank you very much.
This is Angel.
I think you forgot about the protocol issue of multiple voting, which we've lodged unofficial complaints to the Electoral Commission relative to that. Mr. Screeman, can we see a copy of the complaint on the screen so that the media can take notes accordingly? In Clote Kole, an assembly member, as a matter of fact, the presiding member who participated in the special voting process.
This is Angel 102.9.
That multiple voting. We understand that this is not an isolated case. A lot of people who participated in the special voting are voting again today. This is indisputable evidence to that effect. We have officially lodged a complaint to the Electoral Commission about this, that how could this happen since we use biometric verification machines in our voting process. How is it possible that somebody will vote on December 1st and still vote on December 7th without the system detecting it? And so it is something we need to take note of and follow keenly. Our Deputy General Secretary, Deputy Campaign Manager, Peter Utukono, will add a few issues and then we will wrap it up. Thank you.
Election Eye. We have 102.9.
Follow up from the presentation on the screen. If you would recall, we made this point very strongly that we have identified some names in the special voters register and they appear on the main certified register as well. And for that matter, if steps are not taken to deal with those names, those individuals could vote twice because the systems that they have deployed, which is the PDs, do not communicate with each other. And according to them, they have programmed the device to work within 24 hours. So if you appear on the special voters register with your QR code, you could easily be scanned and you will vote on the 1st December. And if your name is on the main register as well, you could easily be scanned on 7th December, which is today, and vote. We raised this point and made it very strongly, but as it has been the case, most often we do not take some of these matters serious in the media and push for the right thing to be done. Here is a very typical example. This tells you how defective the new system the Electoral Commission have put in place is. The kind of loopholes that we think has deliberately been created to save a desperate losing, fallen Akufo-Addo from losing this election. I think this is bizarre and it undermines the entire electoral process that we have.
The Election Eye.
Having said that, there are a few issues that I think that it's important we draw your attentions to and we recount and follow deeply. We have received reports from Ayawaso Central that the police station called New Haven, instead of the police station being on the streets, they have moved the polling booths into the house of the Member of Parliament and recorded the Deputy Minister of National Security. All attempts by agents and officials who were there to prevent them proved futile. We laid the report to the National Headquarters of the Electoral Commission. They have spoken to the district officer. As it stands now, still the action is going on. And it is important that we draw your attentions to it so that you move there, because we have established procedure for voting. We have rules and regulations that governs the positioning of polling stations. So those rules and regulations must be followed to the core. And any attempt to undermine or overthrow those rules and regulations in the interest of the MPP should be resisted. This morning, I was in Suhum to do some monitoring, and information was picked that a few hoodlums who are fully weaponized with various forms of assault rifle were lodging in some hotel. They had apparently been brought in by the Member of Parliament for the MPP. The citizens, out of vigilance, the citizens, out of their awareness, the citizens, out of the charge they have put upon themselves, invaded the hotel, and they were able to get 10 young men who were fully armed, and they called in the police to arrest them. Guess what? After they arrested this gentleman with the weapons, I left there just under an hour. I was called that the district chief executive had just gone in, just the district chief executive, and they have released these 30 young men to go and continue with their nefarious criminal activities. That is very bizarre. Call on the IGP to, as a matter of urgency and as a matter of importance, to follow this matter at Suhum and speak to the district commander so that those individuals who were arrested will be brought to book. Wherever they have been released to, we must follow them and make sure that they are arrested. It is very important for the sanctity of the process. It is very important for the peaceful elections that we all so yearn for. Then one other very significant point which my senior comrade and the director of elections raised about the ballot papers in the Ashanti region. Indeed, yesterday when we addressed the press, we were calling it a perceived information or intel that there are ballot papers that have been stamped, that have been operated, and they are around in the system, mostly in the Ashanti region. And the idea is that they will stamp the ballot papers. This is a very typical evidence that the intel we got yesterday was very, very, very correct. How will anybody be able to access the EC stamp? At IPAC, when we had discussions on things like this, they told us that the stamps that they are going to use, you will not even know the stamps. No agents, no officer will know the stamp. It is only the EC officials because of the security nature of the stamp. So how did they get the stamp? How did they get the ballot papers? These are very important questions that Jim Mensah and the people must answer. Enough of what the EC has done well. The EC has done well. You can never do well when the materials that you are using, the fundamental material, the pillar of the election, the security material that you are using for your election is out there and it's in the hands of the MPP. What is the integrity in the process? What are the core values of the Electoral Commission? Fairness, transparency, integrity. These are three core values, three core principles that exist in the world that has been raped by Jim Mensah and the team than any other principle, their own principles. So these are issues that we have to, deal with moving forward. Then, one other important issue is that there are some places where our agents have been asked to sit far away from where the electoral activity is taking place. Indeed, it is important that we send this message through the media so that every agent who is listening to us now, you are supposed to sit with the electoral officers and observe every single activity that they are doing, including whose picture appears on the device when the QR code is scanned. If you do not do that, somebody can come and vote in somebody's name because, as we said yesterday, the system has been designed with a loophole that can allow somebody to vote for somebody. So all agents must get close to their tables. Then last but not the least, it is advised that the kind of thumbprint, the thumbprint ink that we are using, yesterday we raised it. The Electoral Commission on our blind side just decided to use the stamp pad as the voting pad. Meanwhile, there are specially designed voting inks that are used. The reason is that the voting pad that we have used in the past, they come in very deep and thick. So immediately you put your thumbprint on it, it comes very thick. And when you thumbprint, it is there for a long time. The stamp pad and the type of ink and chemicals that are used, they easily fade. And in this case, it is not even consistent. In some areas it is yellow, in some areas it is red, in some areas it is blue, in some areas it is wine. So what are we doing? No standardization. So how will we be able to determine if somebody go and bring foreign material and drops it in the ballot box? How will we be able to determine? These are some of the preparatory flaws that the Electoral Commission has imposed upon itself. Now, what is appearing is that because of the light nature of the stamp pads which we are using to vote, if you sanitize your hand immediately before you go and vote, you are unable to get the ink very well, and within some time it vanishes. And this is simple chemistry. So we are advising as much as possible those who are voting in this last minute, when you go to the polling station, please wash your hand. Do not use the sanitizer. Finish voting.
This is
when you finish
Angel
voting, you can use the
102.9.
sanitizer. This is a very important public notice to all our
Election
people
Eye.
who are yet
Election
to vote.
Eye.
Thank you very much and thanks for coming.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen,
This is Angel 102.9.
Well, the national headquarters of the NDC. Na NDC amanyoku address press no by extension and come mining na. And there might be a cost or ya unsi a dikankai. Said there might be a cost of your money you on become. And yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Concerns ni be NSA police for escort election materials, no. From Kwame Nkrumah Brefo di be si nyina no. Police for escort electoral materials, but we dear. Yomun hunisa, omun nimmintia ekoso sa. And police deployment, very low. Our form, and no asemo mo kan ye. Omo say how comes in constituency to ekoso ni nyina how comes in na ye. Omo kan time the see ye ne ade nyina se yenchi mami o mami yanchi no. And na akofo we aba. Na omo say we do Ashanti regional. Ashanti region.
Bam.
Ahona chama wuntumi the governor. Aji ato no ho so na okokwabre Easter oni kwabre chairman na ho na ka bom na ballot box so mo staffy no what is NDC press conference no board chairman wontumi din ewom ho eno ho nsem ha ye kwa homa no so na me chairman wontumi ye di nkomo kakra bi Ashanti regional chairman the new patriotic party chairman mayema o aha ene awie
Mira
na umpom ye de
na kopa dom eno ompai bonti
na santimantem nso etesen
na kopa dom eno ompai bonti
na awie ya yenka bi nhyiemu ye wo ha na ndisi amanyoko to nsa friends one more press conference or national headquarters ye koya so bo mo de bo ne se wo de se di asantimantem wa dia bo eso nti omo frɛ omo support se wo so bia mfa na ni abato na chi because oni o chairman bia wo kwa abere ka bom ballot boxes binum mo stuff ni ade eno ne Kwadwo omo de bo asantimantem
yo Mira ba men chao na de atoso bio so do medwen say diversional parties and no pese omo play na sisi ame no kasai akaba 1 hour be 15 minutes na abano isi de ba ewiye enti diversional parties and no calculate so mo ba kaya e free be na wotwini nyina no NDC for no de betu just say my ballot papers ya chime any idea all the social media any idea nyina no mo amobedi ho dance ya enti se NDC for a cham tro ya yide sana omo tie aya omo ko edwoso omo see a friend say chama utumi staff ballot papers ewo ho ayi na omo ye no omo ko chi nipa no omo chi nipa no omo nya papers 5 and omo nya no the papers 5 no omo ko police station akwa report omo di papers ne ko police station akwa report aha na nyansa ne nimdie wo na wachi wo bia on set me ka ballot papers 5 no ne nipa no de nipa na akọ ade na wo fa nipa no ni ballot papers ni nyina akọ what you say enti no ayentro no mudie sesi ame no kasai no said the makers akaba 1 hour 15 minutes no me concentration nyina no se yebetimi admit ya target amanfo beba na omaba be meet aye ababa to omaba na so mba be di line no say ya 5 o'clock no krampo ba ombetimi ato omaba nyina enti mesrew se omo de omo ahihye omo agenda enti me de me concentrate ningira na say sign of lose what you say just omo lose enuti ana omo asase a omo ye sa enema omo ye ni nyina enti mesre say me de me concentrate na ma ye de was me ye bia because about 20 bia to the police station enti na me concentrate awo ba bia ye bia na masre mafo afidie so say so obi awo ho na sa wonto wa ba Bomodin se obeko na wakakoto aba because the see no aka 1 hour 14 minutes na easy adena sa abatu we no the aba na wieye na ade a ebetimi amawaye Ghana ni pa na se waduru wabatu mfie so na obetimi akọ na wakakoto aba sa we Ghana ni no waduru wabatu mfie to us na watimi ankopa woni ho nyina no mo yepe eti ebesre se obia no konkoto na ba na so ko na kokoto aba we ene betimi aboa me de me kasa ne ba be wie no yase ayibia swaya ya na mo ka se apa east ha ya ene bia bebre se omo ti ayinu a omo timiti na edipa wada number 1 aye MPP a candidate na nadu da kwa Kufado ni ati afiri ho ni e dia ba ha se ye what I say na a say yi na aba beta papa no na person beta number 1 what I say obi nya sa bi obeyedi what I say but we are focused we are concentrating what I say we want to win more margin say yeah entimi manu kasa aya yibio entino sa diversional tactics with there I'm not going to accept it what I say I'm not going to accept it free Accra or you failure already entino mesra obi a wonto waba bia say obi oni eliti ekwaso obi anko no nkonkoto naba we any abia ebetimi aye why entino mesra obi a ntimi
some na omo kan wo state ni wo ya fidie so say enye no kre
the make catch no say enye no kre the diversional tactics.
Okay.
What you say?
Yo.
Nanyana mibusa say, no more than say, Momo Fipiano say at me.
I know you are a trendy. I say, TUC or baby, I say, ya chill or bra, more the ballot boxes, being at the video.
No cray. Hello?
Ajama mi Joe.
Mibusa say, no cray.
I was saying, Tina, yeah, who's the actual dear, but you video and I say, what's your free come?
But no cray. Who no cray. I am 2016. I am a moment I'm a coachy woman.
Oh, okay.
I am a moment I'm a coachy woman 2016. What I say? Me moment I
remember.
But yes, yeah, me yeah. And to this people here, they are born to lie. That is their inheritance. What I say? And to me, slow be as and concentrating into yeah, baby, I was here to be why? I cancel it on press conference. No, I cancel it as a governor.
Governor, what cancel press conference? No,
almost press conference. No,
Governor,
I cancel it.
Yo, me that's it.
Until you concentrating into Abani.
Mati, you are about January.
Yo,
agenda 47 now.
47, we are taking it. We are taking it.
Mati,
science and data elections. Science and data. We are taking the 47.
Okay, Mati.
Yes. Yo.
Chairman Woon to me, Governor One, Ashanti Regional Chairman, New Patriotic Party, any attending your Bonidi, and your friend war. Now, young come back to the NDC National Headquarters. Kofi Adoma, interviews are Kofi. Okay, well, Mati, and you say, aside to moi, but ya ko find this dia no o te se me kasa no ma bia aye bia gumasum ze MPP baby 4 o'clock yom so mo ye ti anoma na se no kan na ntronim ti nyame ya adoma no nan akasima no be se dumienu na ye cross over to the NPP national headquarters na yakwa kuti homo ya hozu jini ze bia
ya ka jema unju bia address area ana o se wo mo biem ka
MPP for no ta wo jira so o kan ne de so on born di specific so no ti Ashanti region di o ye ni ai di o ye no
mama ma info bi na ye nsware nko ye ntesi MPP for press conference no ka che Joel say on famfiri mi so na ni nyina na se ye nyane ntie se ukokoto baabi police station ya chi nipa nkuru bi ho ne ye chi wo mo wa ya waso chi ya chi wo mo nyina na se se wo mo ye de wo mo frika soa na nka ebeto aba wa ya waso ho no mo nipa ba akofo kura eye voter ID card ba ko nkron
9
ai
1 2 3 4 9
utumi kan si
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9
wo kura nkron ni nyina
ebi anna
ya wo mo de kwato aba
obachi chamo
yes wo mo register o se so nye ho no mo tie
okay
ya e di o makoduru ho no nipa nkron oba ba ko na wo mti mema 9
okay
ya o mo police station wo mo yes area ho no wo Fiesta Royal achi e friend food distribution kiosk
okay Kofi Adoma se aba ma yentie Kofi Adoma
no ina ndisi amanyoko wo mo let's get a response enti mo besia som wo serious sia
Kofi Masom ha enti ansana no maminko how Kumsen ni constituency omresi sia report eba ni se who say NDC for so born din ono so address press ewo hono yense nchoni o this year kwaku ewo ahoma no so nsemo awo Kumsen na ka na o ka nyina no kwaku madwe
mejo so
kwaku na wo ye
Opanyami Adom any next level any
energy drink number 1 number 1 eno an obia energy no wompa na how comes you say or address the media dey na go so kwagu
aba matum wa say honorable maybe our company so after the side the person for actually sembu the actually for of on say and pano ana man forcing to mr our maybe our company say no ana ne car aba maybe money I was sent to Christ police center or na bra ye ko fie ye ko to na mo me sa ko misi wo fie no oba ya dia na ma me no sebi nika keto bi en na che no anantuma bo so a o tenam enu adwane e dia ma ni police agent e wo fie no ho ta na ana opa o de be gina ye ni mu a o de di nkomo che che so mi se o so no ka tuta no pa enya dia wotini asie abonten so people I be do the gate no ananka pese wa snack mu led in part now, Marco police station. I'm a police station. Only motion, some are course now, anytime the photo aircraft, or no honorable may become commission only movie. One different thing now. I will tell you, I got to say the way the CYN or the Queen and Yadia, I'm looking at about Honorable Michael Sylvester on the head of music and I head of security. So Ekasai, I'm also a myself. I don't want to say go up now. Not that Gada intelligence. I say any time you phone and Gasano and a 40 STG, GSC, and now the thing. Honorable Michael Sylvester, head of security at the man with the name. SA, DSC, none of I was sent to strike police station area. I idea NDC, I'm a new phone, and Gassan is STG. A crazy a police center. No, that intelligence, no editor, say, and NDC, I'm a phone, and I'm on the or say intelligence of that guy, anything. Makomuki came to Christ. I'm going to make him, I'm happy with I'm handing someone, and according to MC, intelligence or so that I know. And that's like any time you go to the top of no nobody said, you know, and so on, and the next form. Actually, I said, we do now, we want somebody, no problem with the but the police want to go until and this one who said, police for now, but don't empower police station, and then I'm going to one who are, and almost say, according to MCU, almost say, or said, the Anapaya also, I was set to Christ, it's not to where I'm a branch about 4 Kennedy and I say, you never came up with a book, every serious. Let me say, and this is one. And it's not a crazy and at all. Now, I'm not know any time of the corner, so I have press conference. I will say, East, I say, and I'm so there. Who know movie? And yet, the MPP, I'm a new corner, every year, enemy normal. Or more than all, but 2 honorable may become a friend, young, but also Metuno, or Metuno. The next 2 message to I say, and then the care message to I say, almost because I say, I'm more better problem. Speak no matter from my general. Yeah, no, but it's about the book here. We're press with you. No, we have press with you. No, we have press with you. Damn it. I don't want to ask you over.
Well, okay. Mate, NT reporter. Yensa sum sisia enono. Na enche be kwa so wasen so. Na yakodin komo kakra e report e fira so wase ba yatra. Report e ba ne se. Obi to voter ID card.
Oh, to say.
Oba no amount o mo 30 cities no ajo card no. That now the dey go 30 cities no ajo card. But where the no uju ya so different no more than money Kofi. 30 cities. 330 nei. Oh mo to or to towards was pa but be free our turn the minim someone asuma no and no but mamen ko ho so na meni ensenchro ni ambassador or say Kwadwo ambassador 1 ambassador
Keti
na as was na yes say buying and selling air cost
yeah Keti say o share Aswasia Nanka Eshatia Anopano Ebesibes no mienu economy and sano na atmosphere no situation no na bibia calm o hwe sene na process no corona but say no as nema as starting report ayenya e free other police stations no enya de say eya make up na nyina mu no edi nkan de ba kwa be kan se ubepie mu ewo aboabo MA primary school aha police stations no enan ana wa ha na ebra ye bepie mu na nya ntie se abrantie bi enso de bonsam taa yi bi yi bi ebe she police station ba kwa chi a eho school ntini what school na chi ya na onum wi no eno enam so ma police for etimi epeke intelligent no ma omo ebeche abrante no me no ka say na wi na ne bona no omo nsa etimi ka no mate na me no ka say regional police command ensa aka abrante no wi no efi wa abrante ba ko a ono so ye fe no Aminu eja ina ye Aminu ni dwumadi a odie nyina ne se aboabo MA primary school ona no the police station na sa battle no koso no wabegyina ho ana kyerɛ sɛ oba na waka kyerɛ sɛ fa voters ID card no ɛma me na ɛgye 30 cedis a abra a wɔn nsa ɛka no na polisifoɔ ɛbɛgye no na ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ wohwɛ aberante no a wayɛ rasta saa ana kyerɛ sɛ ogyina ɛyɛ main entrance hɔ a ɔgyegye ɛyɛ voters ID card nti sɛ wobɛto aba na waka kyerɛ sɛ fa voters ID card no ɛma me na mema wo ɛyɛ 30 Ghana cedis a voters ID card abro mu chain no ekura no ɛyɛ maako 16 ana na ekura na me no ka sɛ ɛyɛ former MC de ma Akramampo municipal assembly ɛyɛ honorable Nurudin Hamidan ɔne mpanimfoɔ a na ɛwɔ ha ɛne ɛyɛ EC presiding officers no ahwɛ ama ɛyɛ adeɛ sɛ polisifoɔ a ɛwɔ airport runabout aba abɛgye aberante no ɛde kɔ na kɛkyi yɛkasa sɛ tension baako nso no egu so a ɛkɔ so a report a yɛnya no ɛnya deɛ sɛ ɛyɛ ahomeka kora san sɛ sesie na obepie mu ɛwɔ ɛyɛ MC anasɛ MP a ɔwɔ ɛyɛ Asoase constituency ɛyɛ honorable ɛyɛ Mubarak ɛyɛ honorable Muntaka Mubarak ne officer mmerante bi ɛde ɛyɛ ballot paper ya print anase ya to aba no awie a ohwe aba na omato na ya de se omo atim e de ama eye honorable eye Alidu Seidu ya wona eye parliamentary candidate e de ema eye NPP no nam so a ama tension asate ewo eye Asoase constituency a sanko sese no asese ne niema no eti ekro no sene nanka first no we hu niema no eyade se ase niema ahyase esesa sene nanka atmosphere no eya calm no
tension ahyase wa Asoase
sese sanko tension no asate eyiniti na yekase wo hwese ne nipa ababe bodompem ewo eye honorable eye Muntaka Mubarak no office ahanso no eye polling station bakati mame ne abrante na ode eye sa eye ballot papers a mebreba na eye amanfo ato aba no awia omo eje ye no mame ne abrante no eni nkomo ne ye hwese situation no esi etie abrante wo NGTV so wo Angel FM all the ABN platform so mame ma wa ha enfamra the stations ahodo a enne ye pick live feed FC no yo mi na me da se wa ma na akonto aba mu station yi so na je na si a mudimrika de people ahodo aba ase ama tension unity wo police station a ye wo Ababu MA Primary School ahanso no ana honorable Muntaka Mubarak office ewi the course ni say ye frame Mohammed Alhassan me party agent wa mo corrals SOB enti kasakasa bi ba malam kataki wono ma yeso ho na me ya call say ma me bi frame say me ntome na embra abu number 2 Samira Baumia office ni chi wono no me kodu wono no me hu say ma me fo bi ni mra te bi jina wono ba me say me kodu wono no boss ni di mirka jwane omo jwane no papers bebre ku omo botom na omo ehwie yes sir papers no parliamentary papers Ali no honorable Muntaka papers me stamp easy papers validation stamp everybody tire ni na be more than 200 papers ya stamp no alidu ya stamp ya di ama boys na so ehihye shirt long sleeve shirt na ma hihye no boys no da hihye shirt ni nsa honom enti omo ko to aba na omo yi se 30 so fute na no ma ka bom abo ano no mo da ko to box ni enti me hu se meti na chi boys no ho by boys ni timi ko mirka cheme because na mpabo na hye me nenye by me my yard asesa papers ni bebre eno na me da amamu no o hye obe hu se ya stamp tango o hye senior people kura misese na Electoral Commission of Ghana, parliamentary election 2020, region Ashanti, constituency no Asoase, ana Ghana ye ashenso de Ghana flag no eda ballot paper no so, ana Electoral Commission na ashenso de no so no eda so but we na we no fake and ne de ye de twa banan kasa no enye original but
code na egu ballot paper kura mi isu a F2601 ana ekura mi F2601 ana stampa ade se o koto aba oje o ballot paper na stamp no ya de bochie no eno nso bi ebachire ye eno uhwe code no so a eno so F201578 ya eno nso ebo echinchi no we ya ho na ya de se ashanti ogina leadership edema NDC press conference omo ye no omo raise concern ewo hunti tanko ase ye ko eweye no sene na asoase esitie no eniema astatia dani attention no ashase ebem ewo asoase constituency sene na nka atmosphere no ye kamilo tanko sese wo hwe sene ye ko so na ya de se eniema ashase sesa ama atmosphere no emu ayeshi pa ya utimi se amanfo ayo madwen se wo hwe Adoma atwa me ho ahia na hwe amanfo a obubuafu atanko was the regional police command security agency no omunai esifom na omu esha tie na omu de lema egu akwem
na security no etisai na me aware no pon beef tap papa awaso etisai
tango uche security na anopano aswati security no ade se ewosruye there wo baby okwa na obefa no na ade se reinforcement team omode omo bus anaso omo car esi ho ya omo airway empo no the member of parliament edema aswati constituency honorable Muntaka Mubarak kwa no enso ekire se saade na ekoso no ade se aboa ama abatwa ekoso ewaso ase no bibia ekosumut o hesene bambo ho nsem no ewotro na obekọ police station baako ebia na obombenya police for ewo ho ombenya fire service for ewo ho bedo abeduna police for miensa bedo abeduna police for mienu bet ase ekogbo no num no nine no tanko eniema ashase sesa na ma tension no eyi nti bet wo ho abon say police for the mo van ababetwam o na police for Adoma car ababetwam anti say reporter ya sha say ye no ABN dan na platform so no and also aboa ama ya de say omo petite say wo say omo eyire security nim ewo asoase constituency
ambassador ko sa for di ache na minim say eche so yire so paisa say ya asoase constituency de wo pe na wo betumi ama yehu de electoral commission na aka efa de wadi nkunim ewo ho ti ambassador koso a message about njembio
no thank you me that say
ambassador Osei Kojo na yete ne nka no yemko dambai inoti region emrasisia ye chese state security I want dambai achi nipa be se adunum 50 ya omo yes suspect omo party security phobia womo no hye sentade bi nam ho kire body na jese ne de besi na nei na se munnim aye ba ne aba no de zembebre na no na ye kwa ahoma so Yakubu na boko de
anya boko dambai o
Yakubu fami wram we dambai enfo ne ache omo ho no
tango be premo dambai ankrofobia ye omukita tag ya troso party security omo na ye dambai police for soldier for na fire service for just the joint security forces na o hwe dambai ha omo ba be omo ha omo fight say ebehwa eye nyam samamboni ana ankrofobia omo adwen say ombe say eye abatu ana say election 2020 die ombe hwe say asumuje be ba nende de ya no pa ya na security for na information tiri mu tire say eye nsuo na no ho ba bi unse nkwankwa na se do so chen omo ukrum nenti soldier for ni national security for anya national security mo nemum joint security forces no omo twa na mo akosa eye villages ni bi na mo kochi asase na mudika kochi nipa 6 omo ba no jaza musu say sankrofo we 6 na mudika kochi omo na sa 6 no omo ba na kire say wo hwe asekan atu na afa pepper spray en ye kaka hyehyehye sa nkrofo we hu a omo di omo ba na second one so omo kwenje say omo kita party car party car na umukita no so NDC party car ya wa stickers na mumu akite umbrella no awo car no ho na afen so MP na o stand no so hu ni poster na kakra awo car no ho na mo de na police station wo yekochi omo so na mo so nyema bi ehyehyɛ omo se kan na tuo ni ne kaka hyehyɛ omo ba kokra sky ye de ba nje se soldier fo ibi any police for fire service fo ibi e nkuba akora branch ye be mrante body pa hello tango
Messiah Bawonchen enche why NPP national headquarters enche bia na NDC press conference omonso address press no Yakubu Mabenko homra Kofi Adoma wo ho nti you know you cross over to the NPP national party no headquarters Mustafa Hamid ene kasayen komra.
Important to remind ourselves that from the beginning of this year, the NDC has sought to discredit the 2020 polls. Right from the very beginning, they said that we shouldn't compile a voters register. They said that the attempt at compiling a new voters register was basically an attempt to steal the election. They went on street campaigns. And when the voters register was compiled, they went on other tangents of complaints. They said that the EC was in cahoots with the NPP to steal the election. And they've been at it all through till today. Today, you heard the presidential candidate of the NDC complain in Bole that his bodyguard's name had been struck off the voters' roll. It turns out that that is not true. His bodyguard has voted in the election. And so the NDC's presidential candidate and all of the operators in the NDC know that they have lost this election. And therefore, the only way that they can save face is to begin to put information in the public place that seeks to poison the atmosphere and suggest that this election is going to be stolen. In any event, you have said that you are winning the election. If you are winning an election, how are you seeking to discredit an election that you are winning? Ladies and gentlemen of the media, to come specifically to the point that they've been making this afternoon, they've shown some fake ballots that they claim, and mind my language and mind their language as well. They say that these ballots are ballots that were stuffed in ballot boxes. Now the voting is still ongoing. Ballot boxes have not been opened for counting. How did the NDC manage to dip their hands in ballot boxes to remove ballot boxes that were not supposed to be in those boxes? It is very clear that two things are involved. Either they themselves have involved themselves in ballot stuffing and therefore are seeking to throw dust into the eyes of the Ghanaian public by lying between their teeth that they have discovered some ballots that are foreign to the ballots that we are supposed to be using for this election. They have found nothing. You saw the videos that, or what they claim to be videos, of those so-called ballots that had been stuffed in the boxes. First of all, there is no authenticity. They claim that they were going to show you EC marks. They didn't show any EC marks. The things were blurred. Nobody saw. The ink that was on it was very different, or many of us have gone and voted.
The Election Eye. We have you covered. This is Angel.
And Elvis says, Accra speaks in Ewe and tells the Volta region people, come out and rescue us and vote Nanado out. And he says that in Ewe, addressing Volta region people, basically campaigning on an election day.
The election eye.
Because they know that they have lost the election. And then he says people should come out and go and vote number 2 and etc. etc. You've been campaigning for God knows how long and it has not worked. Your campaign has flopped. Nobody's listening to you. 1 hour to the close of polls is when you call a press conference and take advantage that way to incite people and tell people in the voter region to come out and rescue you. How are they supposed to rescue you? Are you a voter region party? I thought that you were a Ghanaian nationalistic party. Now you are calling on only votarians and speaking ever to them that they should come out and rescue you. You are drowned. Nobody is going to be able to rescue you where we have reached. This election, the international observers are all over the place. People are flagging infractions. The media is all over the country and covering and exposing infractions, like those infractions that happened in Ewutu Senya West and Boku Central, where electoral commission officials were tearing off Akufo-Addo's portion of the ballot paper and leaving John Mahama as number 1 on that ballot paper. That has been exposed. And the Electoral Commission has issued statements saying that those officers involved have been taken off their positions and indeed they have been arrested and are being investigated. So, ladies and gentlemen of the media, we all have agents at the polling stations. The media is all over the place. International observers are all over the place. And to use the often bandied term, citizen vigilantes are also all over the place. Everybody is vigilant and watching. If there are infractions, these days everybody is basically a journalist. Everybody has a mobile phone that has a camera and they are reporting infractions. Have you heard any infractions anywhere about ballot box stuffing? I am telling you that there is no ballot box stuffing. No ballot box stuffing has gone on anywhere. The NDC is either delusional or they are seeking to save face of the imminent defeat that faces them. Now they are saying that there is one Ordineo of the NPP who is in charge of ballot boxes starting. Please report him. Take him to the police station. Go and report to the police. If there are infractions, if there are people who are undermining the electoral system, it is against the laws of Ghana. I will be amazed at the NDC that they are letting criminals off the hook. They should go and report them. If they find anybody who is flagrantly violating the laws, electoral laws of our country, they should report such people. They should report them. We're encouraging them. Please report any such persons who are violating our electoral laws. You don't call a press conference at the last minute hoping that you can use 1 hour to rescue your sinking campaign and being tribalistic about it, speaking to every people and saying that every people should rescue your party. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. You've been tribalistic, divisional all this while, and you are perpetuating such division even to polling day. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, we called you here to let you understand that this party called the NPP party, every single process that is in place today in our electoral system that is supposed to guarantee clean, free and fair election was instituted or was advocated by the NPP. Every one of them. When we said we wanted transparent ballot boxes, they kicked against it. When we said that we wanted results to be counted at the polling stations and declared, they rejected it. When we said we wanted photo identity card, they rejected it. Everything that has happened today and guarantees Ghana free, fair and transparent elections are processes that were advocated and fought for by the NPP. So we that throughout this Fourth Republic, we've been fighting and advocating for processes that would ensure transparent elections. We are the ones that are supposed to undermine this election. You are the ones who have been fighting against clean processes. So if there are any people who we should be pointing at seeking to undermine the 2020 election, it is the NDC.
The Election Eye. The Election Eye. We have you covered.
Been saying it from the beginning of this year that they are not going to accept the results. Their presidential candidate has said he's not going to. He has met diplomats and said that the processes are flawed and etc. etc. So they've been saying it, and it is because they know they have lost. But the Ghanaian people are wise. The Ghanaian people are discerning. They know what the NDC is up to. In the recent polls, in the recent surveys by CDD and other bodies, you heard the Ghanaian people say that they have confidence in the Electoral Commission. In fact, this
Election Eye.
So the NDC should please stay calm. They should stay sane. They should keep their sanity. Losing an election does not bring the world to an end. They should just stay calm. Let's all wait till 5 p.m. and let the vote be counted. In any event, any Ghanaian who hasn't gone out to vote yet, let everybody go out and vote. They said that we should go out and vote number 2. On the basis of that, I'm telling you, go out and vote number 1. We are not calling on any region to rescue us. We are not in need of rescuing. In any event, the people who say they are running a rescue mission, how come they are asking to be rescued? Isn't it ironic? So we are not asking anybody to rescue us. We are asking Ghanaians to go out, exercise your civic responsibility. We have about 45 minutes to the end of the polls. Go out and vote. Every Ghanaian, get out now and vote. And vote number 1 on the ballot. That is what is of benefit to the people of this country. Thank you very much for coming. And God bless our nation.
Yawo Kasabia eka 2 wrongs. Oh, and make it right. Elvis, metna video so kai. Elvis we in the press conference no. Make us say why campaign on an election day, which is illegal, and yet nti ni kwan say nka oyesa and why. Well, Elvis we ya Mustafa Hamid and so eba and wa condemn no say now election day now you why dey anu mesumenye musumun to number 1 and also me trust as ya condemn it. So you don't do that. You don't do that. Maybe a drone, maybe I'm pempenswa Ghana say ya peja ya hundi ya drone. We don't need this kind of way. It is not at this time now because I'm to number 2 and number 1. Ma this idea na se kra abano baby I'll tell you. Hey. Said your mo to abana wie dada no who kill na first by this time I feel like nipa be 1,000 bi wa chire a omo beto. And then to say but MPP so press conference no and omo de aba no omo nsem omo ka nyina ne say Ghana for yenyi ani man DC for no omo nim de omo ye. Omo so be rescue mine no. Ewi a chei omo bomb pies voter region for rescue omo. And we nsem a omo eka. But Kofi interview Yensan ko NPP headquarters imra.
Doing. We've had 2 incidents, 2 infractions, heavy infractions today. One had to do with our presidential candidate. Yet ballot paper na EC officials be at CNTF. So meaning that Robert paper na Muhammad number 1. If that had happened, NDC candidate in Yatina Yefiwa. Kabatin Samuel Mbeka. We're trying to hold ourselves together because we have a country, we have a nation to hold and protect. The fact that we are not responding to every allegation of theirs doesn't mean we are happy with what is happening. As I speak to you, in some polling centers in the Volta region, in excess of over 100, there are no security personnel there. We have to personally, we've made calls, we've tried as much as possible to ensure we've linked up with the police hierarchy and all that. So we had to basically ask our party executives and organizers to keep the vigilance there. Over 160 plus polling stations there. And you have instances where apart from say be abeje paper ni ati na nado dan kwekufu ado TFO any be mujina sentence be utuma mahama niema because all these are serious infractions. But then as much as possible, by and large, we believe that the process has been fair, it's been orderly, it's been peaceful. You won't have the perfect system, but that doesn't mean any issues are won't raise. But for the NDC to now come and say oh, MPP for staffing ballot boxes, where are the boxes?
I don't say no more by any pictures or more the chair, any videos.
I'm 5 videos of 2016. Quite me say this is a political party that can talk of a party donation in 2016 to be a bribe in 2020. Opposition must be credible, and that is what the NDC lacks at this point in time. All we want to use your medium to also propagate at this point in time, people should get out and vote. The only way we can have one strong Ghana again, the only way we can still have this our flagship programs of this free SHS and the 1D1 FNO is when people recognize that it had to take your vote to bring about these reforms, these changes, these policies, this intervention. You see, Mokas ye baby and this theatrics nechi, and then your more yene, I said, you said, oh, you kohun soon and near Bejina soon at Nebzas and one and soon. That's the game plan of the NDC to Kono and the people at the NDC's head office. You see, all we want to say is people should get out and vote. I can't make Accra. We believe that generally for me and for me as national organizer, attendance has been very impressive. It's been very impressive. We're hoping that in the last minute, let your vote be part of history. Don't sit at home and wait for results. Don't say, MP before we knew we come to my background. Do that. Make sure take a picture of it for history purposes. Take a picture of that finger where let it remind you say Sama Bayam Kotuman and Ekuford on Sasha so the end to send me the Amaye. And yes, so they say Kai will say that was a social contract you sign again with the MPP for another term of office or another tenure. Niema MPP Asashesi at the Bebano, and maybe it serves as a constant reminder. Let's not fall for the Kukwanansi tricks of we be share red berets, as all funny attire and all that, trying to paint a caricature of the situation we are confronted with. If you think you are winning, don't sit up there at the Braka head office of your party and think that all Ghanaians are reasoning the same. I don't think so. Me as national organizer, I've told you, I've visited in excess of 186 constituencies, and you could see that the people of Ghana who rub a beer and say, form of an and Kolani tuning na yes, I'm going on with you. I am happy that the media is vigilant. I listened to and watched a press conference of Kwadwo, where most of your networks. Generally, I think they gave a very fair assessment of what had happened. For every process, you have infractions, but in this instance, the infractions in let's be very clear. Two major infractions in Nana Kwetiae. One, Yati a candidate in Fonia Fio, El Boku Central, Yatina in the pictures of Fio, El Ewutu Singer. And then again, you're also talking about Bijinal, pulling Budbi Baby, now or the Shia Sika. If you go to our stronghold in Kwadwo, where we won about 90% of the vote in 2016, Yamabalope Pesa, Yan Sampieche, in our strongholds. As much as possible, we put our issues before the Electoral Commission, and for it to properly address, we believe, we trust in the wisdom. Said they will also appreciate the dynamics we are in. But people should not paint the picture. Say they have been victims. We've been victims of these infractions for today, and for the record, we have not reacted violently. Not in our words have we also rained down insults on the commission, but it's important that we've also let them know. So these and these are the things happening. Forget about the red beret and forget about the fufu-based analysis people are sitting at the Adabraka headquarters and making. Thank you.
And this area one the NPP and so area one there, but we have yet another one beer ever. And then major mama was studio now quickly Russia for what. The election Yenino Eddie and Semni in Echi, the Ecosina, was
Kofi Adoma when NDC MPP party headquarters and or Diabano another press conference, I won't be surprised, will be the Electoral Commission. Ebia Electoral Commission is waiting to address certain issues. And say NDC ayo omudie, NPP ayo omudie. The possibility say Electoral Commission and so beba bontin say omonso be address the media any my muni nyina and also very high. Na utie NPP die no ad said na make no. It was answering issues na NDC for no raise majority na no na no and waka was no state niema wodu obi no ogidi se omo kra no as a party no any candidate Akufo-Addo for the MPP no niema bi no makwatia omo gidi se nkese omo kra na ko omo ye the debate. They believe they have a country to run. They believe they have a social contract and we hear say afin ombe ye the debate ombe report to the appropriate authority. Electoral Commission earlier on made the omo released by Ebe Kain Trail. So Electoral Commission say Mame call back na mensan enkan those release no ebio said the ebe ya ebe ma wonso wate ma bi a metemu ate ewo ha eye na Electoral Commission somewhere omo eka okay but ansana me Electoral Commission the end so no ni abecheche mu Mame nko aso na menwie wo honom ya nkasense ntroni ose kwadwo ambassador ose kwadwo ewo aso ase ose
KT
now o report at the my free as was yeah right now okay o see sabre ya ekobo 5 idie niama shase sa e was was niama ekoso e was was ni ade ye ntie o
KT sene ye bonchiri mu ma etiefo a ene ahwefo a ehwe yen ewo Angel TV Angel FM Facebook live na fi omutie wo eye all the ABN affiliate no anopane de na bibia ededin beketi sesei no enema ahyase asesa ya oba asoase a enema ekoso ewa ha no enye se ye di ehu to eye amanfo ana se ye tiefo ni ahwefo so nenso de ewo scene ana se de happen with situation no ana ye bomu enchirimu ede ema ye tiefo ye kasa sesei no oba police stations na sene nanka first no amanfo etanlai eto aba nanka be police station no eye party agent ana fe wona odila ya obeto aba ana mo ho no se ye kasa yi no uko police stations awodo na timi se nipa ahyase abotwi eba police stations ahodo ni nyina munno mo ba ni nyina no obia ewo eye ne concern na oba be raise ni nyina no eye niema bia ekoso ewo some of the police stations are amanfo ehunu se niema enkoye emfa ema womo na keti ye ka say ade ba kwe betimi aka na ya confirm ede ama wona wo tie ye ni wona wo hwe ye se it's not true say oba asoase a all the eye abato ekoso no mpanimfo asuspend na emumu no one police station ya ye fe ho Baba Lati police station ya ewo eye asoase and yes ewo asoase e ben eye Menchia government hospital no ho na chese niam bi ekwo no ankoyi ema omo asuspend eye abato no na de sie nya ne se ho no na eye awia na nya report se mantie bi ete eye moto so ya omo efa ho a enka ekokoda ne mentime ho ase a enam sunti no ema eye military no ekwo ho ekoti bi omo di omo edi free eye nipa ne nsem omo hunu se omo na omo etwa mu no do na wo hwe omo appearance na eyade se ehu de ne nso no nya de se na adwumboni bia ewo mutima omo etimi kwaji omo efi ho na nkasa no ena mentimi ho ase bi enso etimi astarte a enam se nti no ye kase no eyade se ho aba no Electoral Commission ene party empanifo no akọ benko amoma suspend abato no enso ewo ho na tanko bi esi nyina ne se omususu se abrantie bi a okoye ekoje ballot paper se okwakoto aba se ne ballot papers a fake ene na monte so no nubi ena omo ekohunu se shabrantie no ho makuma ko enkia ena na ehye no ho a ade se amanfo ebo epi na ekofa mentimi ho ase ebaya na musunti no ma party agent ne party mpanimfo all the regional executives ene both NPP ni NDC omo ekopie mu ewo ho a omo ekotete issue no but na tension mu nti no na ewo se omo etimi hwe na omo suspend abato but anko ye kase say we sabe pie mu ewo abuabo MA primary school police station wa na me no kase police fo aba begu ha no enye asem ketewa ya ni nyina no amanfo a omo aba center ho ya omo titi moto so wona waba police station ho ya omo ni dwuma bi adi no na omo gusu a omo pam omo de fi ha sanko sane nema ahyase kro no ya de se sane mema ma na ye adwuma no saa na ewo se ekosanse so obi mpo beto aba no hwe edom a egu ha ene wona wa beti suso ne wona wa beti susa ya omo wa ha na abonipa ne ehuna Sanko babala ti wode no ma me ne abrante ba ko a asemi ti ye no na owo ho eni enkomo minia ma be ma wo aha enfamra all the ABN platforms o me de subos se bibi aboko de na me adum den na esi wo babala ti police station na musinti no empanifo suspend abatua ekoso wo babala ti police station ewo asoase yeah, mpacho me che obia oche mu program so pacho na ewie be 3:15 PM ya boy di edi chuno so okwato na ba nso okwato na oje people no so okwa box no mu so okwa go timo e no Tanko se no erade the regional chairman of the NDC Abba center hanenso no ye ka say maintenance ase na ekoso nti no wasa akofo ne car ya wode nani chema free police station nti Tanko onema na start kono
oza ba ko ehia me ne se me so ba bia duro no be very careful menu mienu enima so ase ye ni ba ke message in as much as ye pay information no and the affairs pass ya no why very careful where the amame why
Tanko obi fo hu se your report now with things na all cano
yes
na in savannah na
yes you can be attacked easily
phone ekura edi chat ya Tanko na edi ntokwa bentino ye gusu ye adwuma ni nyina no ye hwese ye bebo ye ho bai se na be ya ye to aba ni wie betimi aye adwuma e de asom ABN Ghana ne afeso no oman Ghana
okay me da say osay Kwadwo ambassador 1 en yete nka ema odinchirimu amayen no nti said ye ekoso ewo aswase eno no ti osay Kwadwo ambassador 1 achirimu de free one mo ye da so Ashanti region ye rere mu a on say Cameroon almost all the political parties ka say ye were crucial baby enyame pa ye Kwabre East omumpie nkoto aba Kwabre East for numpie they was like just a few minutes na ye omumpie nkoto aba ho but say you know menkwa homa so Osman Bukari nsentroni ya ono ewo Kwabre East na yemisa Osman Bukari ye say oluma bia wakọ ya wokọ akoto aba o and was seeking the assistance of omo ho de omo ano
okay
and was say timha na nipa na ko timba bi foforo timha na nipa na di ni tumi akọ timba bi foforo na grandze hene ha mentiase ni abana ye nyantu bio ena abana ye ntu bio wo police station abana nkoso Osman Bukari majoe
Kwame Tanko keti mi do so
na Kwabre East what timi awura mako amape and all the other places no there
Kwame Tanko my yen is apepe na anyone was say police stations ahodo e wo ha bebrebe na me pe ho asem o be pe ho asem o pe ho asem sei
ma me chi amape for me chi bonwe for na me chi abaman e for nso why
obia jo so kama na woni ani December kwa e wo Kwabre East ha ne be o fa bonti bia obia etie ABN enye be pio be fa bia ABN be bia enya sem ke to akwa kwame ene ahomche be no nan ene fa ene yeti ehugu so ewo eye kwabre east abato mpesua so ewo Asante Mantani mu na uba saa eye mpesua iso a onumnyamfo Francisca Otin Mensa ene uba hara akodawo penio obia friend Mame Sewa saa Mame Sewa ene ye the incumbent MP for parliament ewo eye kwabre east abato mpesua iso na uba saa mpesua iso a nipa wo mu atwere mu dia ene de also komo eto aba eye 135,904 135,904 and I say eye polling areas no so eye 31 after stretches is eye 280 na anopa no ya bo apura e kanu ye say yeni eye polling station bia e wa ha sabre ni nyen ko so ma train nyina eme na efi anopa eba ni nyina na eye boko na ade ba ko e wa ha na e hadwe kakra ene se na uhwe turn up na utumi se na e wo form kakra esan se baby wo a wo be ko no nipa e se eto aba wo ho no ebe be bi a 300 ahasa but uhwe nipa wo wo ho a wo to aba utumi se omusa enti ebe be no mienu no na police station be wo ha na wo kwa atu aba nyina awie na mi bisa mo no ensema begrebe na e ka kire me se efi be no mi nsa e ko 3 pm e ko no ana dodo na si se endu ho ne mo ajo na omo ababa beto aba na umsasi e de me tumi enka se afi abato no kwabe is abato mpesua so e de nipa wo beto aba na e wo form anase e kosoro opemso no nyin e bebo amya kenkan ni nyina ansa na ho de ewum na efiri anopa no e ba nyina kwa metanku na kwabe is abato mpesua so e ye boko
aha nti de asisi a na ye hu
ya me no ka se kwa metanku asemba ko a asi e wo one of the polling centers police stations are a wall yefreha Mame Tewia house ya ewo aboaso ene se opani bi a wanya mfinhia be adioso ene akire opani ni kire se oba ye na obeto aba no mrantie bi ehia no kwam ana mrantie ne ye se ombeboa no ama na to na ba kama enti abrantie baako ehwehwemu amaye kaka kire se oye one of the polling agents ni bi na msesi na abrantie no nyadia owo ha sesi na abrantie no ese opani ensa ema okoji eye ne presidential paper no na okoji ye na okotimu no ana abrantie de ka kire ne se otim aban aya oboa papa no enti papa ne ka kire ne se ono open number 1 ma we fanto ye nse ABN de nyadia yitwa nto asem se rechitie ne sa pepe ne de ka no papa ne ka kire abrantie ne se open number 1 na so abrantie no ankasa de ono ana abrantie ne nsa eko komisi bo inkirimo edisi eye adifo fra papa ne according to papa no cheso odisi number 2 papa no so chese de bi eye number 1 no pe oni ofa ne se eye mfomso eno ti eno achi no eno osako eye parliamentary de no so sa pepe ena brante ne esan ye ya di abufu kase be she papa ne mu a papa ne esan ba ho ebe tu eye presiding officer owa ha eye owura James Ankoma ema o katirem se ade a abrante no ade ayi na nya ade na meje ho kura kopin sempe so be yen hihye ama presidential na wato number 1 na parliamentary no wato number 1 ne de enya ade na koma beto no yem kura eno enam so ema ada polling eye agents no ebufu yie pa ema ebi basa ye kakra aba eye polling center ha so ama Tewia house tesi amene ka se de nya ade abato no ekoso na so bra basa ye na sha se na nipa pigina eda so ewo line mu a omo eto no ba sefefe enti sesi ene de enya ade abato no ekoso na mum mene ukasa police fo aba be dru ha me ba na police ni ba ko na ewa ha na me se de na tension ni tite na police ni ba ko no ontumi control crowd no eno enam se ma offray ama reinforcement other police for the boy na tesi no omo try say omo calm tension down ama abato no asa ahya na ato aso ene de ekoso ewo aboaso one police center if have Mame Tewia house ene de ekoso sisi kwa mitanku
okay Usman Bukari me da se kozofo ani di akire na se de tie no message about nchen bio why Usman Bukari ene yete ne nkade free kwabre east ye koso ewo ho ene ode ni nyina nso abre yen no na yanko Cape Coast nso mra South Cape Coast na yanko din komo kakra ewo ho because reporter eba kire se amanfo chiska money. Nti yenkodi nkomo kakra ho no emra. Nana ba Harriet ewa ahoma so. Harriet, good evening.
Good evening. No choice no minutes no. Minute dia 1 minute no.
Woni me wabo be ma din dia wo mne say uwia.
So dim say sikata ato.
Uwia 100 Ghana cedis wo me ho. Why?
Allah.
Wabo be ma say din ne dia utumi bona boni ye na kamia 100 Ghana.
Oh.
Ti woni ha okra wabo be ma din me 100 Ghana be ma. Na ye right. Yes sika ye chon wo South Cape Coast no nyasem ketwo.
Nyasem ketwa be me na. Efiti anopa ne de Cape Coast South na the dibo kopa na complain voters no ede ba bebreye first time voters no yenua no mo afi no manya fie du mo twena na omoto aba no na bebre na complain say voters when ballot paper no presidential de no wadodo enti omonto abada enti na said omo be sia foldi anase omo be paper no omo be bobo no na den mo pa enti na be na complain but actually no presiding officer wo ho ya friend Kwame na Sam na e wo ho na waya announcement the first time voter wa ha na waje de enfanye hwe wo ho no na watimi de akere wo mo ansa na omakwa kodi line so akere ansa na enema eye boko e de amomo e na de ni chibuo ni acheche kakra ba Cape Coast South eye castle enimu ho gate no Ura castle ni inside na enimu ho no mo police station e wo ho no na de na e koso ho kakra no say bia nose mask no bi fi ni fie ba on fa bi ma ubisa na o say isi aya announcement say odi bi beba so udru ho na won say bia e be yi bia ma etuna akoya akasa kakra ho no ma ba etre no bibia ye boko ma na ye to aba ne kama na 49,000 enko 49,000 na ye hwe ni mo say no numu ya ya abo awie no na omunyina ba be to aba ne kama na omuche mo omusi nipa dodo no aba ye hwe ni mo say omo maka no so beba enti anwumre ye wo ho no mo ayen ka bi nhim ye hu ya ne say Mrantewa Omobenke Post Castle polling station ye fellow castle 1 etwa so side door so pam na omubuafu kasa gidi na se before wo mutumi se ni bro wo ho ankasa na ye bopuni omo aye no na mo be che mu se parliamentary candidate ba kwa ono so ewo ho no ma opema se beja akonya ewo Cape Coast South ye fe no NS Ata ono aso na ye mayor ewo Cape Coast no odene car abegina ho teska de ma voters no na omobufo nyina ne say national securities ewo honum but omo antimi approach papa no embisa ne say adenti na campaign akwawie ye na wabedru ha wu cheska na mahye ne hye hayama wo chesika ne sa entina eno ne abufu omode abufu a omo kasa sa ntino nukre ni mi de midru ho ne de na mayor ne car no etukode nenso so na manto an buafu pa mo kasa national security say adentina papa ni cheska no omonti mi anko ne ntianko anko kanche ne say onjai na omo hwe na ochichi esikasa ntino de na ekoso Cape Coast South Accra no castle ho no baby a police station castle side no no ntino omo bienu the incumbent MP no ye papa George Weketku Hagan and I say so MPP the original na nemo aprema sebeja akonya no NS asa no and our ye mayor Cape Coast the first time ni awodi agina aprema sebeja akonya Cape Coast South eni but said ye na enim no honorable Weket de wasenemu akakra kosi se ne ya ye san so aso aba no ntino Cape Coast de boko nemom South de ayere tawe so ba boni ata so papa enye yizi kura obi ani abu let's so yegusu agine mu a ye ni tie mu dendenden
Harriet me da say enanwumre yi minim se ba bia ye dro idi aka kuma bi na niema to ahyase atwa na fe akenkan no basa Harriet ye nuwa na ehwia bomu na yahwe ya no ahwe ho so yie mpa nso de amayen ehunhia me pa
ya pa
ne hunya o
ne hunya
ya pa more less
GH boy
sisi ya mesa de ne kai 100 Ghana wo me ho
ya fama GH wo de be ma no GH boy de be ma no oh one day
na so na mtie no kre
pacha wo say oh
asem na mtie no kre
what e dey media meti we min chechra se mu na me chre se wo de ma GH boy a wo de be ma no
mutu kwan ko ho
achan
mu ko di sei
oh ya ko di GH boy ya ko di na sei on de o ya de on yes wo di 6 days ni na
tie no question on nenam
me pacho me de me nia dance o ben me enti
me meti ye no no kre
na me chese o ben me enti bi o nchi
manti wo ha meti no kumase
any information ni ko akire ya GH mi boy man ya na
no kre se mu beduru adwuma mu be ye a week ansa no ba
oh shirt bi kra be buy any ade entoma shirt bi kra be buy bracelet nso ka ho be ma besia buy ma
ya jani sana visa entro ntina ma mi sana ni no kre
ofa ya bro
darling 90.9 mo nyina ya chiamo pa
kan ni na wa ye ni sa
kan Harriet
din
ba kokko so no fe okay me de o de mam so mebo
wa dey
edi na mada
me da mi chia
okay ya to your coverage no so the election night and someone you go so ya dey ebrewo no ye rewrum etina me ready the electoral commission say at Kaswa in Yautu Senior East Constituency police on a chase for occupant of 4x4 SUV no and you can want some home to a two no epri amanfo e wo Kaswa no e won sem yaka e wo ha ama police for atre and then sunsu atoto me aye bebre Techiman ewo Bron East nyasam keto wenchi ewo Bron East nyasam keto ho where ya nsu oto a mamenti ai Eagle Prophet kan de on election day
o ka se nsu be to ase no
enti mpesa me bisa the areas nsu ato no hohoi Techiman wenchi any all the other areas asai abato na
ebi wo kra mu jai enti ne no a nsu bi aye nsu
da bi nsu bi na nsu spiritually ye kasa de no be say muntumi nye tell me bi say nti esa na nsuo no unima hum ni aham mfama jampan trudu
wo tretre mu sa nyina
me chema ma o
da bu an tre mu sa
hum ni aham e be fa mfama jampan trudu
ni nyina wo kan
de mu odin
o kan sa nyina o da bi ige oni e frɛ ye tretre mu na
sam frama no fa wo de pipa to ana fa wo de table si wona hono o ka si wona no amfama no pusi edua si wona amfama no enti e basa obi e pe ba bi diliti akoye de akɔhye mo be dwane agya abato no ho
ige frɛ me dia me
mo be dwane agya abato no ho ɛna kyɛ sɛ nsu atɔ ama mframa fa ne ade a yɛntimi anto aba no
na sɛ na adwen wasa na adwen
na nyame o te sa
what's a nadrin? Said the ashop on the can.
Yeah, just some adrin because 3 years now, Casa can I want me. Cow yen 1 year come pepper. Let me break through you here now 3 years time.
And ya what?
And I'm making 10 concern. I don't know.
And also we go na the mouse,
Debbie or not.
I think I go the uncle son.
And also once some kakra, I don't know. Yamfa way so and tumu kakrai. No and so any electoral commission statement almost sign Edeba on tell say Mary Dati and Afe Ahmed Shafau Yachi omumienu electoral commission for na form mo ya adwuma mo omo na no mo tete te ku for retino yesi mo nti papa iti soro na mo nti ti ase ade no ni ti no soro no yesi mo nti no ho ma mi ni papa is omo do mo nti ti ase ti omu je train ne tro ho nyina ho no mo atiniti ase na your mama be one ade ene wo ade no so no nti ye tini say initially uni sa no pa no started say but nam fi say one of those gimmick sa agrona manfo di no social media ni bia wo enti man fa na sem up until say me who say security no issue statement me who say electoral commission kasa issue statement confirming sa ade no nam say hey nipa bi no wo trimu po 1 2 3 1 4 hwe de hihye mu no wo de hwe e na hihye wo no tientia na hihye soro no what akwa what ho ei ana electoral commission me ati ase se enu mu bia no Yan kan. Yan kan. But ye yan say e bia.
Oh.
Na sa de yan kan ka vote yi we bi dia. We dia.
Bia nan kan ye gum dia.
Fine.
Gum.
Oh gum.
Money musisa ya na nyefe. Ye body bia na se money masisa.
Gum.
Mo response kranye.
Eh? Gum. O se why
Gum.
Gum. Ano de na yinu kwa de.
Jijim.
Jiwam. Gum. Gum. Enche amanfo be hu am smoothness level. Obia bebu ade wo man mu ha. Na mamenko Yakubu dambai. Na Yakubu kire omo ayachi omo wo ho. Yakubu.
Hello Dango.
Yankwe aja mi twa wo so eko NPP headquarters. Me she obose mese aba mase aba na wo ka omo a. Omo address omo hu de security ni ade a. Ye chi omo ewo dambai yentio.
Thank God nana na medika ka no nti sankrofo ya omo ye security personnel amu chemu chese emu ye party security for ne chese first na ka from party vigilantes so say ayi omo konkura ni biase em sendra na adu na police for ne security personnel na nya information chemu chese nkrofo bia omo susu se omo ye sa macho men for ya omo party bi na ko fa ba bebre na accuse say NDC party and akokofo amo aba muchimu chese omo be hwese sa abato na be koso no omo ba be hwese say in case say ko other side omo be hwe some be fa sa ballot PD afri babia abato no ekoso no nti maka asi support say sankrofo kan allege no paka eba ye no NDC pickup yibi chese sa pickup na pickup no amodi flag NDC flag yi ebo ho aya wa enu nti car se be nyina be che mu nyina no ti mu say NDC for matos yi na amususu chese ya wakoche sa nkrofo ya ye dia amaba na ma dia amaba nche se second pepper spray ehhesha omo ho a etuo ene chese phones bebre omo kita phones bebre ndura na jo ene ye dia nkrofo e be pie mu ewo da maya anka nye soja fo ene police fo fire service for any big PM ewa ha anka senka ne be si anadu yi enya kura se me no ka sai kura de fire service ni ba ko se de se kan etwa na nsa mra na omodi abrante ba ko ekwa ko shem oil body pa o chinchin sun gram wa police ni na ese ordinary fire service ni na ese nka ordinary ewura inside mra opian awura inside na ye bodyguard e to nsa nka ya boy ye security personnel no mrekwa na ojina police station anopen a ye di ni ewura mti fire service ni no epian no so nka ordinary wuram no ye papa ya che ne to nsa two blows oyi sika no de twa ye fire service ni nsa se me no ka say da brand no amodi na akwa ko shem amra mo che no ne che say NDC executives ni bi aba MP incumbent former MP na or stand one jatu stand no friend no honorable Gidiso ono aba bepie mu ha o hwese one mpenifo ni bi ebe kaza sa ebe ya nkrofo ya yache omo no ombe hwese ye beja mu yenim ne police fo enso ebe kesa ne se nkrofo no edasu wo map executives and these executives ni bi aba ha omo ne sa nkrofo enso eguso kaza hwese sa body nkrofo mu janya so pa mu body ebi free asama ebi susu free pasa kejebi omo body pa hu omo sa omo chapo pa utimu se we so sha one on one o sha utankosi a o sha one on one anya de odo hu beto bet mabo pa eni ti sankrofo yi amu fri ashaman aba bepie mu ewo damaya amu hwe mu a kire se amu ka mba be bo ballot papers no ban a ti se me ka se di a chi amu nti amu da su amu gum a ye hwe se send about ko sinti e police for say amba ma reply ni aye DC former DC ma NDC aye kachi east ha ono ewo ha bi e na afen so MP na ono so candidate no aye honorable Gidiso ono so ewo ha a jaza mo NDC executives ni bi so ewo ha mu nkrofo bebre so say amo e na de san nkrofo e ba kru mu ha anka mo pesa mu di sa anyamra se me bebre na fri ashaman e be so frete man kan e na ma ba ye dan ba ha frida aye Accra ba dan ba ha aye sisa we so ama ba pie mu ha nti ye hwe ni e be kwa ko sitanko.
Great one. Yakubu koswa na di achi na yebese aba ho emrepam Yakubu ene ekọ ne nchen ewo dambai na ne ekoso ewo ho nyina no ode afri won mo Dear Brent, still live on Angel. This is your election eye.
The election eye.
Okay, more joining here on Facebook, more joining here on Angel TV. nsuo ya airto ewo mfimfim mantem no eno na eda en TV ni en Facebook page no so no he igro ahumni aham eya yesem from ajampantrudu no eya fa o hwe won se niam na suo nya ese ebubu agu yentibito ahumni aham reporter me nyanso ene say in Ashanti region weather na sesa drastically ya echese nsuo betimi ato e wa Ashanti region reporter me nya e di free Ashanti region no di enche bia meko central region ye beko akodi nkomo ho na pictures images are me receiving wo hanom ne de hey ojo ni wo Facebook ene Angel TV a we woni nyina yanko ahoma no so na me John okay yanko ahoma no so na me John asthma heman lower dentra me ne ni nkomo kakra e wo ha na fe yento so John
hello
John at Zain
ya me na dmo boko
ya da nyankopon ase ya se aba wo nchen e wo central region so far ensu a to yi to say wo hode na ekoso.
All right, my main chair ABN listeners na media cover and by a platform so me work say me human lower dincha yes commitment so na mabe timo and upon and am by na yan chair be 30 minutes na ensure channel all from hand energy ensure etumi for yama etuwe dia na canopy no na information na say if from 30 channel no and kayehum abofo science ensure na turn na fama ni date ano den entino police for na boy anka canopy no kran win and abofo ma dbc etumi esie entino sana esie te ba me no ka say in the 2 minutes ano abrasia bibia starting to normal and for a canopy and one you paper office and is one anka ko shim no to aba no get paper because in man in na bob for man basta say o han no insune jai ka kai ni be to me to me ankuli na kata ama electoral commission for na say so the move boss
okay entina echrese nsuo no aba form ewo ho enti eno nso eno no na mamenko techiman ewo bunu east ewonso na nsuo eto gidigidi anya asem keto na minko bisa yaw omono asamoa se nsuo ye hyase ewo techiman ene wanchi mpotam honom no honom so etesen omono asamoa
keti
na oho ya de
ada do me papa
ya da
techiman bunu regional capital
okay akasima no mienu na nonum abo na yanhwei techiman etesen esu ana to reporter ni enya lady anasi
na me adaruma sene odi kan pepepe na esu no sene eye to techima krodia makra na eye obia wonwa abo be 3 to 4 no na ye frefre eye other correspondent ewo eye bunis enkranza style to onum kakra na yebisa se na flavor no ne weather ne so etie ohonum na ehompo de nofo po de toye kra de dada na enim se ehompo na bia ebeto na ye ba techima north ekwa fa so toye ama electoral commission for no eja abato to no se obi antwen ye kom nyina kogu eye asodam ewo eye ayasu techima north ayasu ama eye ye kom nyina kogu asodam a na enye izisa na owie no na ye sign a check eye tiobodom eye techima north district capital na ehonso na electoral commission omuni any option is and say wonu tumi enko eye dan mu na se omusan so etwa abato ne so na ye nyina bompa ebe se nyankopon betumi aboa amenso ne etie na nonum ni moya ekwan ombefa so na wama wana wokwakoto abato aso no na wana to aso techima krodua mu anso de wi a na wie boketi obra na techima no fensuo to na all of a sudden na senye ensuo ma enframa di kan boy ye pa na nyezi na wona wono afia wo wahya asefe wo ko eye ba bia wono kokoto aba meche police centers awodo no na eseso bia kafie na ye ko eye police stations awodo na na okwa obo se obi etutu ni niema electoral commission for no ni wona wo ye adwuma ema electoral commission for no wanwane ampe ba bia mfa nsa papers ni bia na otimi se ayade mfama ndo tumi abo sa niema nyina atuagu eti so far enyakopo Adoma eso ndie abrase kakra be don hwere baako e dia to heavy pa Kintampo South ane Enkranza South emuna gidigidi a make say enkra yenya afio nyina nse ehonum de entoye de but emuna memom Kintampo North ana fe eye Enkranza North de atop Techiman North and Techiman South and so they are top. Yeah, Techiman South ha. And so no atop amani nyina atumi ati kama pa. Some 5 abo. Yan question ye bisa electoral commission any security personnel so say 5 abo ya one want to me amameto and so na to don hwere ba ko no. Ebi bisa say ye de sa don hwere ba ko no isa ba be ma wona wanya kwan anto no. Say won beto sante ne onkoto ana se den na ye ba be yom. We ya se bisa oko baby police station ahodo na centers ahodo na wono ebisa
okay omono me da say mesa ba emrepam na ya to aso e de free one mo omono asamoa ene yete nka e de free Techiman Bruno is regional capital ene yete nka de free one mo a or de report no amaye no ye be ko other places ye be hwe de e koso de e trendy ya na yazam kitwa report a free asantimantemu eba no weda na asesa
pa yesi still gone ho nso kra no ani mu
nso no giegu ani free krom e wona ya gentle owo o frame sisi o se bra ba bia de weda na tede sia kansi ani no ayehu ti nso na muna ena Ashanti region crowd kamia yesi yaye
ehonyina
weda no asesa gidi ho
ani am free girl na ja won mompa ye mai se we no ya to awienti aka ne kenkan
ya janto majoe
we ya do so kwawe
na oho ya de
kwawe ya be dey fujamba sabe abelaba no
ai o de obeye fokroma na awo ana
Bijay full crop consistency na hane ye ahoma so old Methodist ono omo wie vote na account ne be koso den na fama bi akwa me bo wa ha no nyasem ketwa even ayilu kra no omo timi kra nyi efe ma ye rese bi be kofon kakra omo timi asase account
no what na ho
esuo na mu na serious esuo na mu na pa fama na ko ten nyasem ketwa
apart from no dear bibia so far from 7 a.m. up to this time are you okay? Yes sir.
Bibia ay kama bibia antipasa bia obia no kwano na obi wezi concern bi wo hanu but penifo bem ne ne kasa ya bibia nsibiem na ye ne onaboso me ne onaboso edi nkomo mo so stress o basabasa de enya de besi ne constituency ejiro for crop constituency there bi higher boko ko check bia ye ko hono hwe se bibia ekoso asudwe ko a
Yo, gentle, me da say, Fulcrum. I honor the come. I am away. Ya gentle, me da say, Fulcrum. Ewo asantimante munsona muna. Is Legon. I say was munsona muna kasi ni se twe. Akase betie guo. Na ho na estate ya Martin ewo. Ya nyina e ma me no. And my main Casema, Mana, and you may book or yeah. Hello, Yamia Dumboko.
The election eye. We have.
Me line, no.
Yep.
You know, Moon 2 and Nafi Minton and Kanye. So be ye from
the election eye. We have you covered.
East Legon. I want to what an answer. Weather change nti said the niema no bobo bani ade no na afi yehu said the hono nso no ebesi aye na yenti ase officially voting and but say udi queue no so dia o betwaba o to so ano ato aba na wahu say o to aba ebe resonate with one kasa de ope e wo man no mu enkoye se obi mo bi adada last minute izo ya o mutu ya o. Okay, Stacy Majwe.
Yeah, no, Kwame, not to say.
Adom. Na makomia ebebre nsuo na zeze ye kyereze emunamuna eje egu ani mi free for kromu a Asante region ibe ani. Na East Legon, yes one must weather na sisa
pa Kwame just say no easy. Yeah, na ye bo pro, ye share atmosphere no. Yeah, but na ewie mu ye clear. But suddenly ewie mu start ayekusu kakra. Na say ye wo polling center back wa drinka no. I say nkrofo da so edq ni mo wrap up. No ma ba be hwe gu ha me start kai. Na say de am ye mo hwehwe ne say ne weda na ye no say so ni ye fa tie gu a the instant ne papa ha because the house say omo odua fe ana omo eye vote ne ye hu dan bia e bia se bi ba e betimi akwa akwhye hwe gu. It is say yes, we will give you updates as things fold up.
Ina just say ensuo no minim say mompa say nto say manin to ba we dey convention na ento abanwie.
Say one who are there no because activity say
some tell okay, wo mo ti duase.
E duase pa. Me poku mani so bi ba ya dom say bia omo family run fear no so omo dey for
fear obi be read meaning so we NDC no we MPP ni
inti ye go ha enche bia be send mo videos na ma hu de e ko so wa ha say.
Okay, says ye better say enanwure
ye nda say.
Okay, well enenti enonso ehonsam kakra ye wom enso eno na menko Deborah Chumasi enchen na fe yeni nkomo kakra fi se ya de wo mun se obi kwa akoto abade se wo kwa akoto okobo odi se me ya kra e jo ka hwe mo se ya wa beto o de me na me hwa me za me nto aba of the be uko hwe ni atiki odi se wato
ya tunu hunhun mama na pie hunamani ana.
Okay, me Kofi Adoma ho na me ni Kofi adi nkomo kakra nsa. Kofi minim so utimi nka ade na koso ba bia wugina Kofi Adoma.
The election eye. We have you covered. This is Angel.
And some no ACC but Kofi minimo because Jeffrey Kofi Adoma hoyi sa report no krona na Deborah nso ebi asi wo ba bi owe Deborah Amasaman ena obi koy obi din ato minim ba bi Kofi Adoma gina sisi a Kofi otemenka
ya mete won katanko.
Okay, Kofi constituency by na sisi a wo na de na asi o
constituency bia me was here Olebu Cemetery polling station na strange say ensamanfo ni bi na free cemetery ho aba beto abade ama obi a akwaye asesem kakra e wo ha meka say abato no aba wie e wo ha said ye ohunu no officials no ahyase a wo mo putu niam together no mabebie seal na afi wo mo akenkan na brantia ba ko a owo ha ma menye ne voters ID card ohunu say ni din no Onya Moses na ne age ne bibia chese obi a obetumi atoaba. Unfortunately Onya ebeduru ha onya kwan entumi antoaba. Ne guy name so kra yesan ede friend no ene se ye friend a dry bone. Na polling station ankasa nso no cemetery. Enti obi hunu de aba. Obeduru ha yese obi atoaba na ma no. O hwe ne nsa ho a me ne abokọ de.
Mbokọ Brakofi.
Dia na esie we so ukura bibia dia na esiesia
ala pa na me ba me be di line musa for closely 1 hour ana mama me go through COVID-19 protocols no me dru na ye bi book no na pen na mark wo ho se mato aba your verification machine so ama machine so verify say mato aba me kwa me beto aba e lady ni bisa me say madinka beto aba me nto aba e every wempo ya me first time me to aba and say ndi obi abeto aba ma me nti osan bisa me say me ye twin na me say me nye twin na edin no so amikita me nko na mikita Moses onya no Ghana nti me ni obi a ono so sadi Moses onya o baabi na me voters ID card no krampo ni nti ono odi card ne to for 3 hours say on mahwe na on madi wadwuma me gina wa for 3 to 4 hours omo ye ya omo say end omo restarting machine no omo restarting machine be prensa ama sell obi ato ama yes machine no confirm say obi ato aba na mame emekwa mankasa me nto aba na ye
but mame say this abrantia ni di nkomo na ye Ghana currency nyina president Ghana Drankers Association president ama na sem no ayese kakra but me ben kakra no omro fuse na chese ba say na untwa bi
say don't drink and vote nti nka ye twensa nka me 2 year ade be chen no nanka machine ase by 4 well ana mbedru ya yes obi abeto aba na mame nti me hu say cemetery na ye ben no na nsamanfo ni bi ato aba na mame a me na nya me nkwa so me ni papa olman bi so na ba ono so obi ato aba na ma no nti ye mienu pe ya ntimi anto aba
enti mimi sa we no ware ho aba nyumre obetwa bi ana
ya ye die den say mema me Sotium constituency sport no mun bi enyimbe ya na yan start entwa bi na yan fan chiche yere
tango ma usa mo sere wo studio pa munya botre obi ani bresempa
Kofi ba say ye
ni bresempa wanya
interesting say abano
abano no wanya kwa ya ntumi anto
we am tunu ne cemetery nso ye nim de etibisie ono an kasa ye president Drankers Association
no kre
o kasa ni ma mienu we di bubu ma Kofi wawa
ne guy name nso ye Moses Drybones ne guy name na kasa so kra ye bones
Kofi wawa wawa
na ne din no so onya a se wantimi anya na me nim se penipa ono eno center yi eso e wa ha me find out time quickly we say ohunu a o ma hyase officers ni nyina no obi a aye ready a o mo acha no keka niema e de esie ni pacho one na peni wa pacho madam we de wada wa me kakra clean pa when say why busy live wo Angela Family Angel TV so abanti e ba ne se na the din no ahaya metri samanfo beto amanana
me ba cha debi oh any there betimi aka say machine problem ka cry en tie but later your friend official ba ko san ko no be resolve my obaye but very unfortunately obaye no we free her yehwe nanima o ka say okoto credit ababa wentimi amba biu nti samanfo bia anto ama
obi a chese obi ato ama ne de say saman na beto ama
me patcho debi once we were working with a machine anything can happen very unfortunate I'm very resolve we e na ehwehwe no but ye hu no yeah
Moses was saying you resolve
obwa okasa dia menu ne bedi echi because me wa ya odi ono na oje me card no e no o ma me akunwa cement na ha mete asa na me ka chese me ndidi ye fita no pa enti omo hwe no mo ye so mo restarting machine omo restart your machine e chese mato aba mesu mento aba ne ye ono nkasa mo bi e book no mo odi book no ba wo be hu se ya pen ya depend atike se mato aba me wa mento aba ne ye well nti minim say bia me president ma currency phone nti no mama nto aba na and minim because bia no nankasa so waboa minim because me ba say meto aba almost obi abeto aba ma me me kita me ID card
o ya press conference ana
ya ye dia eje mi shame cabinet ministers no any me chief of staff any me vice president ya be demonstration demonstration at electoral commission because election na yetu ye no enya credible because ebinum omoto aba ma ebinum abato no ye ni pedua na kasa beto aba no nti esusu se omo ye bibia fa omo ye kululu bi wa
All right. Moses Drybone, yeah, Moses Sonya, na yene no din komo no. Tan komo nim say wo question bi wo ha. So say there, me fa ne say,
me person
round no e ba be hwase.
Me person wo be ko me person wo gina so bi ko me interesting dey ko so e wo no ba me person me din komo kakra bi wo amasaman. Messi abasisi a don't go off. Wo dey gina so kakra ma me. Me ba sisi ana masa aba beto so ma me Mr. Deborah enso e wo amasaman dey ko so e wo Deborah.
Papa.
Na umpomu ye de.
Na me adumo.
Deborah na dan susu a. Ye se amasaman ya to ama obi.
Sabe me gina Liberty Church International. Police station 4B. Na eho na abrantie bi eba beto na aba. No ho na minya no nti ye se honom aye dede. Nti mika be ho no na che se abrantie no ya je ne card. Ama ya tiki ni din ewo book ni mu nan so ya hwe machine ni so ya se wato na aba eno na adane akasa wa hanoma even as a media na se sem training me ya me ho se me ben no wo metu egu me so se electoral commission anka se media bia emben omo nti woni onye enya wa ha sei me try cross me twe police ni so police ni so on de na djuma ne se obebo ha ho ban se ntokwansi na emom so obi abeto ne so abeto dada wonti me nya hwe mfa ho na so electoral commissioners for HSA ya de se omo be ma police for na bem na so police ni be ma wonti me nya hwe ya branch na wo ba ya yese watu na abadada no o wa ha sei nti no me pese woni ne betwetwe nkomo owura bright ya makwa baba Angel FM so
ya ni aba
na oba ya no yese watu waba de se wabeto abadada na machine no akire se watu aba anase anyebia mo ye ntafo wo baabi na wata abeto ama na yese watu aba na
Angel 102.9.
Ke line no moye nti e be se aba kwa be for adwuma gina so kakra bi ma me ba na ma baby sa but reporter yensa e ka fi odododio e kire se asiasi bio ewo odododio asiasi bio tinyasem kito odododio yanko ni yanko din komo kakra evemfro nana ya brefo ewo ho nti nana otimenka aha anya yanhwe dia na ekoso ewo
odododio
ya ready ekoso ewo odododio because ma hu say sort ne count na start
me efo waha tam wo bubowra Jamestown Palace
your network na
yeah 5 o'clock na what time ka kwa me
metonka
police station ko ya I want in same hall e sa se ba ku de gate da no me nu aka no gate se da na no enti gate da no ba ko no e jam down my support even for the and I say so about all the down and that's what about na yes sir o ma ke me ma na sa yan ta na bu from na about ya ba ko say it's right what is that what and the mechanic now sir you guys know ma ke ba champion it is a champion you don't know what I want for if you want to know something you want to something so now I told John
Yabasa aba ewo do de betra honum kakra na the issue of weather ewo Ashanti region near the Ashanti region there kamia say niama zapa mira kwa me for yajiman ewo ahoma no so oduru kuma say airport panipa on na hwewe mu satrae ewo Asante mantam eno no nti yemmisa no ba ko mienu bi na yemfamfiri honum mira for yajiman ma joy
so many dominants KT
100 Ghana why
that's all
na yemmisa o say at saying I say all of a sudden my papa Brefo all of a sudden bia nsuo na emu nan
KT no crack KT wo hwe said that the ane de tudwa say empempe me pa chote nka
me to nka papa
ye na ye dim komo me ka che tie for me ma tie fo aso tete empempe no say hamatan no eba be seti in especially ye wo Ghana mfinfin ana eya na e de nsuo ene di kan ebie kwan no a wo hwe be 5-6 years down the line Sanyoma we nyina esisi but ene no yensisu bia se eyesansuo we ene bebie ekwan ama hamatan no atiesi eketi enye Asante mantam nkwan po pese ne bedi ka abawura ho me wa kachi sesi ame no kasa kachi kwan ensuo no start be donko ena ensuo no torrential rain out mu se ensuo gidigidi ena etoya in fact hote electoral process ne kakra ansana later on no ACZ ama atwaso keti haba bi ti se omo kumase anasa Asante mantam keti tachima nya ne fair share atmosphere pop up anasa ensuo no statistic kakra ana afe na sese all trainer shema sese dodo na ebenya omo first amakasa Asante mantam de keti me no kasia in the next 30 minutes yebenya areas ewo Ashanti regional ensuo no ebeto nyame ncha de se yese yewie abato na yese otumu se de aka ne akenkan etimi ebesre etiefo ase omunya na nyoma omukika nyoma nsia ni esanse ensuo no omo koforidua ene ne patamu nyina no keti obi abenya ne de kame se middle sector anase Ghana mfifi me ka Ghana mfifi nyina omo appointment omo Asante mantam omo bunu east ahafo mantam nyina no western north keti obi abenya ne fair share baby wo ha enye se mframa jampantru de di akiri baby won so atmo se anobe di yie pa ahode no etutu sisi a udmu se keti ya wo kumase especially I was here twen keti enso no beto so kakra awura mu anajo anase enwume ya me no kasa sisi ade ewura dawa udmu se enso no ahihya ebeto kakra na chese de ewura mu enwetama ewura mu adum etima keti ya enum se enso no ebegugu Asante mantam ene omo matam kronkra atwa ho ahia especially omo appointment omo kumase koforidua akemoda baby ti se obo ase so benya no fair share keti oba baby se sunyane nso no mo so omo hwanimu se enso no kaka ebegugu ha ma omo ansa na nanadwo no ewiemu atama mfama wo kaka abitwa fa ho na se
areas anso no amuna no dia wo kan se in about 30 minutes from now no nso no betu adzo honum
keti fantastic by all standards and one hour can in the next 30 minutes keti oma magasa me no kasa kwa josu kwa bedi kanya ansakra na transcend aba omo kumase ene ne mpatamu pi and tonight I was so much in the next 30 minutes
me das mira nyamisha
aketi mamemfa adia bakuncha to eba no major event be say osam boshi ba ya so ye na ye ma esa na D4 no enso enya nsam kan be say D4 be ka say say omo enkom hye enement so baketi no meteorological processes in say ya netie ahodin SCP na enso hisa enye adisem dia enema enso meto aketi na che say e wo say de wo ma D4
me da say miracle am for reagiman ene yete nka ya odenchemu amaye no enti areas a enso no amuna sesi ano ye besere mo ase se mo ye sort no se mo ye count no mo be pe ba bi a eye close kakra e dia amaye na makoho no mo se de be ya enso no jemu na egu a wati enya ba bi agina yie Captain Smart e wo studios anum Captain be ko ni TV no ho ko ni screen no ho sa de a okocheni mamu ho ngobeko ho onyanko Captain
Kwame Madaka Accra
very necessary
say no more so meet me the bedroom da am that fine
who feel you wow
ma tumbo asiada
ho hia
na also Daniel Yaudan can say 1996 and 2004 elections no and 2020
udi kan wura mu na kan say prophecy na abam ego prophet dem
1996 and 2004 in so toye Bantama constituency a ball enumere 8 na nkrofo that to aba
because of nsuo no
na nsuo no
okay
anyway no such Afam Plains samre no na ebom 1996 woman to be anto aba na nwie ene nsuo toye ombeto foforo ombeto aso then 2004 it happened again 1996 and 2004 asemi Cape Coast oba bi na kofa asasem no bae ma me no na sebe nani visually impaired
okay
eti one police station bi o Cape Coast castle na no ho ye fe no castle 1 sa castle 1 no woman no ko ho se okoto naba okokoduru ho no na esese woboa no na otimi to aba no at the same time na the same thing so happen with Dunko Anofin o kono and o kache nipa na obeboa ne se me pesa me toma kwa me tanku enti boa me na ye ntoma kwa me tanku ena jeri ya okoboa no boa no ma no toma Captain Smart ma me ne say on the nani de hu ade ba na dream no ena ne huhu mu kache nsa branch na 20 eti sana tie de a abente sa wala mpon ho asema mama mfama asem mawdo na sa anya anyu fia na mahu da mama hu da anya wo eti awu fefe wona wojenja han na no bia ma hwede bebia meka choda to ma kwa metanku no na to ya kwa me omba ya na chese
watu ase no
watu ati ena mama ni friend no o stop pay about one for close to 2 hours
on tiase
ni friend ya o hunu hwe enso so wo boada aje mam ton foforo yeah beka o say ne sa na tie dia ono ana paper ne dia mo man nto nsan no
so be to mo say
ni pana wa ende mo man nto no
munya no
mo man nto foforo
nsan na dia
na on say no
no hu say anka ba say nipa ba ko no benya ne vote ni dia
ayo nye eti ma me ne to say no ono ana de paper
about okay mate now then one man from an angozo
hey Debbie yete ba ko one man one paper
at that time
say ya one man one paper
oh no but say utona ujiri say ya
hey Debbie na a president officer no be then obe account for so obi beto ya na say ti
say nyangura ballot box Debbie can't you complain to them say oh Debbie come to say but
hey na ye den anka wo to say na fe de to yira ye
ntino anyeye
eti anyeye ensuo ato elections musa but igi prophet minimum o madam for pa
okay
o sen komo ebem but o kan say we de ensuo ne beto e ma bato no asei ye nto but yato kuma se 5 abo apa ho
o ye kenkan ma no
be ye kan e ma no e wo ho eti no ye ma no 40/60 se ye ma ken kom shena
alaju every negotiate your channel pa be marking come shepa o
ye man 40/60
do we want marking the na we 40/60
40/60
ano na ede no percentage ni ede
so futeria wati ni nkomhye ni na so futeria kan say Nana Ado Dankwa Akufu Ado obewu eti aba no ye ntimi nto
tewia de no
ai sofu nkomhye ye 0/100 wati odi awo ho wam
na se enwie
abo no onum Ghana abato hye se no nson na ye wie no onum eti se mpacho ba no kokotwea se na do wu the next 3 minutes kura sofu no nkomhye no odi awo wall ho apem wati
okay
wati to sofu tewia ntimi ngina ba bia nka biom se o hye nkomo opese etie ye ntie o hye nkomo ba bia ma na me haya adwen o Ghana hase etie
Saba ko pa wo fom.
Oh, enya ba ko pa ne nyame o ka che ne sa nyankopon ya trofo nyankopon.
Nyame no wo na je ski ya ni mu ka TB Joshua de amam.
Sa TB Joshua TB o se nkom bia mi ntie. TB Joshua.
Umfa bio.
Na yesem wa daje. Sem di TB Joshua nkom hye. Some en kwa na person waste time.
Ene me ba anya so to be fi bia si ho no ma Japan ho. Ajapan ma hwe.
Mejo so bra pe yin.
Na ho ye.
Yo ho adom no pai ho.
Anya so to de na sie.
Anya so to ye di bibia aba yeye sene ma ne se no. No mo ya na mpanifo a omo eda politics ahodo ano no e kire se wo na oni e wo kiu no mu asa no numbo ye no de amra no ma ho kwan se ye ma omo atu omo aba enipa mienu de se bi omo ba ye a bebe me wo no a ye odogo secondary school ai wa anya so to ya ma omo aba be kan line no ho na sane etie ni anya so to ewo 13 electoral areas na ni pado do to about electoral areas you know 36,793 136,793 and only actual this day no only traba you Ghana man people for and I feel share begafo now ba anya so to constituency asene e say wo na say wo ma omudum dia ba ene yeto so aba no enum na enum no ne the kind no Dr. Dickson Adoma kese onu agina mu ema NPP ena Emmanuel Adote Alote enso agina ema NDC ena Hana Nana Ken enso agina ho ema Ghana Union Movement yegum yenya ba Joyce Osei Owusu Labi agina mu ema CPP ena Samuel Owusu FCA agina mu ema LPG Kofi Atalo party no na fe uba PNC so a sniper ekins eginemu ema Kofi Owusu na ye kasa nke no ye odi ade se MP no ye ma Michelle Ayoko Butchi enya ade a that election no o kan biom eta ne se ono kasa ese form ema election ko so a anyafo a omo MPP form wo anya so tuom no Dr. Adoma kese so no na onjinam ema anya so tumfo a na ye to ne so aba na abakosem a wo anya so tum ene se tete mra ye ma Michelle Ayoko Butchi be dia ade se MP wo anya so tum.
Okay, well, ye mfa nsi anya so tum ade ne ekofae no but Jesus so yes nsuo kra to honum na na sante so aba ye ma wadwo free Kumasi edwiso
kwame nego so
na honum pomu aya bibia koso ye de
kwame empembo ko na so na ewuruhura me kakra afa ene
okay and just see edwiso de na ekoso nsuo no to anaze ya to ba ye de na ekoso sia
kwame we share about it for na se no menante constituency ni mu as much as can police stations are how do I meet me ayes regularly me koso na enam say John Ampontua Kuma we George Kwame Huzi na Asia kan e wo parliamentary ni no onwe e no free nti me ba onwe na papa be share say the atmosphere no tie and me call Gabin constituency because e ho na me to aba nti no ko ya ma Accra ho I mean, we back now, maybe said the proceedings around 3:45. And now, in from Madin Dibia, the main friend jump and I'm in fact with the news as well. Coming from Mana far for about 40 minutes. Ma, so at the take a car. Now, no, said I need it, but then I'm telling from an now, ma, about it for I Omo sha ba no so ndere bi omo tie no so na affect omo nti omo tinya ha me atwa wi a police station and glass say ni onwe Roman Catholic Church omo start counting na kwame if you not say una serious say any moment from now everything ya tie go o frige so e ba onwe a e be 3.5 kilometers nti say ya na direction no so na muna kese ni e so na kwani say you heard this one nipa me no gina parliamentary abun takuma and George Kwame who said medical canal so far what's here a bit encouraging when you said that the ana man for John King to flan of family there yeah who is that na omo man wa e ko en kakran now we say in the event the funny side of it Kwame there were some boys there 20 or more almost sama we are no more can say delegates about 5,000 and over to primaries almost and then almost to general election yeah ma almost in fact na me say be a wo di agro until she da ba filling station no say this street say almost but to be almost rough Kwame as at 4:20 p.m. about 14 minutes to the end of the dating now that boys you know I'm to identify almost because I'm not happen Kwame now almost to about Lekoko other stations are within the Dickson municipality and I'm saying that Jabin Doma and Caribbean the team me compare Jabin there now let me say Jabin for not to abandon more estimate a just so so far the real ya started counting na a just so 205 polling stations yes 205 any moment from now the best way to go so aba and Gabin Sukuta 86 polling stations and also yes 5 labo radio so far interruption we are mantino me say apart from the extension we are back and any other polling station to okay the count will be enough for yasha the results na
nana asante swaba nyango bonshao
amen
yako edweso e wasante mantemu na yako dwabin
okay dwabin NDC parliamentary candidate be 2012 near friend Vida
yeah
na go for no batampa I'll come and tell you something about dwabin yeah
now there is a picture we call it picture of the day on the voting we are sorting we are counting
so
the captain say oh here we Angel TV say and answer oh here we Facebook page counting no air koso no hi what this is proper election eye
what a lady
what you know
well we be any fee
what to say eyi ya to meza no
where your cranny
what fear there be say the election eye
the election eye
and you know it is about your eye it is the election no for when you dey aneze nkan yen
me be kaka se be statement bi ya hwe so betime hu a
mate
said that no dey na ye no fiaba to na ye kro no
that's where dey wa wofa
mo ye polling agent ni na no mo kwa Mumfi money. Auntie. Afi we no asese obia afi nani. Asese obia afi.
Enti amam for fi omo ani papa. Na report e free Ashanti region eba. And say nsuo no asats.
Kwame asese nsuo no to Ashanti region. Say nsuo na nto na 1996 and 2004. Say this year abato no eseno na mfa o say TUC na usane na wo bewura TUC esoro ha wo answer no befo so na your bridge bi wo TUC junction so bi dim safi we bridge na bosom na firi ho a wo yes a bridge na acha bosom miensa se bridge ne say
yes
o kai sa bridge no 1996 e bugum bridge ne bugum
say na ansa
e bugum. It because 2004 Dr. Richard and Kase bridge no be constructed or constructed here to abano ebugum that am not a roads minister esa bugum Sam Reda na wa resign as a roads minister say your investigation but no was na a roads minister
now I resign
no I resign but now come ministry office or down at that all how are untaze Dr. Richard Anani. Mama images na fe me wa say maka cho sa asofo no say listening na no e wo na the assessor yet ase ne say Benefsin eba be ka kire me say benefsin ba eba be ka kire say oh we election we be woni as a poster na or predict na say olusia ana say ambemu a enhye da anya me wanwa say benefsin predict bibi na ma because benefsin em be ka kire say Nyakopon say Bible say nyame onye nipa na wadi atro etu ba be ka kyerem say nyame say
na mama
na
say nyame adi atro
na say Nyakopon awso no onye nyame na yenim no eta be ka kyerem say me TB Joshua opon no mapunso nyina enkom hye bia no hye amagye di ebam kura me ngini
na say ye matrama
ko ebe mo minjini
awasha na ba
enu kura na che ye lie
tama no person be hu ko apontia be hu no
ye lie
synagogue church of all nation
say I me come on Facebook for nati say 4.9 on 500 no so small than enye 5k na me ka say me tima dey say metima dey say
unia struggle what now up 5
na we nyina ntini e be hia spiritual court
unia struggle what now hia 5
amanu a
me dey call spiritual court
obi di nani atoso oni say awe ni awie ntia ne aba no kura wo nkonkoto na ebe wie no amane insist from ka spiritual court
nyame
ntimi nsesa na dwen kwanfo so say okay duru 5k mama nka say me nkyere mo sofo bia wa hye nkom wa ba we hu a ato afo ho no kwame fast and down in 2 years time na soro begu sofo bia we prediction yan nkom hye kedi sofo bia wa hye nkom wa afi we abato ho abato no ebeto afum ho bia no saa sofo no na soro begu
prediction
we nkom hye we nyame na ka kire sofo bia he mama ma wa sofo be enan e wa Ashanti regional wo hye nkom wo elections ho a
so we do 5k na o kan sem
na asem na making say ko 5.2 kura
and you ko 6
me say sofo bia obehye wa hye nkom wa fiwe abato ho abeto afa ho no 2 years na soro begu so bia no mo misa pa life what happened to him in Ashanti region when or hye nkom our 2000 elections what happened sofo pani Joshua no check koko mumusan say what happened
Joshua Kadwosa
Dabi
ye Kadwosa
me o Joshua bi wa Ashanti region dan se mukura na ya na oba ho ba bi no mumusa no sofo bia wa hye nkom afi we elections ho a ammamu no mama no 2 years na soro no ebe kofom na agu eno ya de a eda ho obi antimi nya ho hwe
okay
wo kwa ahoma no so aba ho kobra na mesama wa another bomb
yenko sakina ewo Amasaman constituency Deborah ho yaze confusion bi koso obra accounting kosi Deborah
Eja
na ede na koso won sakina
somebody eye ensakina MAJSS eye police station 1A na eho na emma wo ye sorting no na entokwa mentime ho ase esi wa ha adanya wo say eye ballot paper no so no mistake bi wo so a eye ade se yetuma mampeni da John Dramani Mahama wojina ma NDC amanyekuo na wakaya ka ho na so wo do eye MPP so a na no de we hear from eno na kofa antokwa eba between eye electoral commission officials no ene Adoma etwehia woba be pebi ahye enti eno ni ade e course na aposifo ni asoja floso wa ha ya ade sent okwane kofe no wo bro mai asumdwe eba ye enti sabe die ogusua kenkan se wo wi a mefre na mede atudwa
okay ye wi anu afre e de atudwa e de amayen enti ye beda Deborah ase e de free nsakna e wo Amasaman constituency enti musumutimu adiyo
kwami yi free cyber kono ena se wugina baabi aye kenkan ma na de di kan hwe wano yie wano kasa hwe ni yie sansa wanwe yie na wo kan asem na atwi obi a eno na de so trobeba no enti free cyber ko we yie na wo hwe a meka se apart from baabi mako bi a ensam nkitinkiti bi isisu no me free of anko na eba sesi a free of anko patience so ye school ho eba befa apostolic church church Bronze Hotel in China polling station wo ho ho no nyina bibia ye boko
okay
enti asofo akasa fa elections
ye be kom na yakwa akohwe but yemmo yetiefo no abaso ewo social media Facebook
omune ya tsena fe omune ya tsena kono so
on say
ye
ni nam 5.5 5.6
yes
Koko 6 captain is still out here 6
omoma be 6 na me san ka se me cha omo
captain ye gina 6 ni aba 5 6 and 2 pack 7 go since ni dey do we
okay
Kwame me say this year elections and only 1996 and 2004 were your pet
1996
and 2004 dynamics in your pet in this year 2020 general elections and parliamentary elections no pet MPs are any kwanse o lose o seat be lose seat do yembe show fa send down won wan woni nda say won be lose no be lose won woni nda so be woni no 4-5 be woni papa we your friend no Alan Lightman or started say or predicted American elections at the age 12
no didn't feature doom you
didn't feature doom say so was 76 years we are predicting American elections say how busa no be catch that was say he's not a prophet. I am a poster.
Just on your prophet.
On can't just say nyame say.
But on one the calculating idea.
Na thank you ne kase about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Adaja mem somebody no mampani that Rollins nyame editor safre no di film. Was American elections or predictions ne sa ni nyina fi bia de obeka bia no. Pepepe. Your friend this year say a person in the Ghana home election on come so catch and say it is too close to call.
Because the headings will be to me predict.
To me aka. And no Eda and China. Then Papa Prophet Amakwata. Oh yeah, the Lord's Parliament Chapel International so for Penia oh. Washen come. Say Nana do ben winia. Yes, Nana do ben winia. I say Nana do ben wini. But Nana do vote no. And when you want 52%, a bear no one pa. Eti yeshe the and also ever call akosi ewo eho. Messi per 6K. Omon for 6 na mama say ya.
I can just 100 now onya.
And then Prophet Bedu Kobi enra me mamu prophecies are was share from elections ho this year means am komechi. So Penny Bedu Kobi Ashen come say the former President John Dramani Mahama will win this year's elections. 2016, or can say John Dramani Mahama be winning. Election ye kwa area now or the one who say draw or say yeah Kofi na chinchim nsa. Tidame wona so dem because ho ye kuja obi wa sore na or ka say captain say obi ka say enyameka so be woni bibi na wo ewo wo nchen na mwa say entimi mam ohu na mtumi nyansa bia ma nyameka say ani na mtumi ka say ani
e wo no na so dem no na wintimi nyansa fufuro bia
captain let me announce you what do 6.1
oh obwa
6.1
6.1
as you see I was 6.1
the love is deep
okay
and the oba siako anim how do you
someone do me power me press 6.4. What do me power me press 6.4.
Where was 6.2?
3.
But the Kobe started share about Hong Kong from 1996.
Okay.
1996 the Okan Ebem, 2000 the Okan Ebem, 2004 the Okan Ebem, 2008 the Okan Ebem, 2012 the Okan Ebem, 2016 or the war. Or the 2016.
It doesn't mean say when you need bio. Based on some now what can for evil prophet name.
Me say this year election there. So fu bia wa shem koma ambemuno. Men frame me biom say your prophet. We madam for kra delete me number few phone.
Who refer to this year?
This year.
Okay.
Okay, so my mama 6.4.
6.4.
There mama. Enti papa we so your madam for. Unfortunately I suffer we mu na am number for pa. Ige prophet. Yeshia any idea of what bomb pie on several locations amame. Ige prophet Eshe and come. Ewa 2008 elections ebem 2012 ebem 2016 ebem 2020 ya yewe waka na yehwe de okan ya ama meyam ashimi amase say anhwa menjirindi eye say osi nsuo beto ma bato no yento
onana sani enye yenhwa condition bi o edem nsuo na nto aba na yato
ti mebusa no ebia na nyame Facebook for my word sir
oh yeah 66
ti me share na mebusa no de eye cause den kom share wa hye nyina no abam we no nyame ye den na eno atimi ato afa ho
okay
Prophet Nigel Gazi Osha sese Osha nkom na oye
obako Gazi de no
okay
na results na sha se treko in Ajumango bi aja north Adankwami LA primary
Adankwami LA primary okay we remember 1992 1996 2000 2004 2008 na me do aba 2020
presidential NDC enya 73
1992 Omampani Dada Rollins enya 204
NPP enya 290
ena JF your first Professor Edu Ebuahin onya 303
okay ye wi anu Akwatia bus terminal
awa wabeja ana Akwatia 1992 na enye constituency
okay presidential NDC 263 MPP 117 and gum enya 1 kade
one kane
na bi enye hwema so
we can catch that was say
unsem na aka no ano
Akra don call 180 constituencies so benye 0
results are free Kade SDA primary polling station. Honorable Alex Ajare 193, Elder Kofi 61, independent Ohonya 14, still rejected votes near 2, and so any few one more a day about it. Results na shall say trickle in, but young can't chat here for some moment. Say your strong room, your shall say a compilation animal. Results na shall say baby.
We nya dey be a heading. There be 210 constituencies per.
You bet you Captain o 7 no wadro.
Bedu 7. Hey. Okay, what am I anko? Me anam kan e ba monto aso.
Enya wan so ye bedu 7 no. Because say baby atedin. Aha aye election eye. Abacho na nkasa ha ne yeto no. Bibia wo ha ye ni e wo ma nyina enti bibia obehu no.
But bibi yanko Northton na me Northton ne
Northton Volta region.
Ne hwe de ekoso e wo ho. Okay, Jack Small ho. Jack, good evening.
Good evening, please.
Now,
I'm doing very well. Just I'm unable to speak very well the truth, so I can manage the English.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you have some results with you.
No, currently counting is ongoing at a few polling stations. I'm actually Bato right now.
Okay.
Bato. And the counting is ongoing at RC Primary B.
Okay.
Bato Township. And they are still counting for.
Counting is still ongoing.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Then we will join you later to find out. Thank you very much, Jack Small. Reporter Efi Odododio Ebase Siane say. MPP for jubilate Odododio. NDC for jubilate Odododio. And who is Odododio in who?
Odododio constituency every election year. Creating constituency no sana etie.
Obia jubilate.
From 2008 every year be obia jubilate. But we say I tell say ode niam egu nsanie ni no. Jubilation e kwaso be say ba ko de e from na ba ko de
okay. Obewie na wo Nigel Gazi we are ba na wa ma politi akwaba.
Nigel Gazi shen kom shase na oyakola. E wo elections na so nsheda enyini sa 2000 Nigel Gazi ka so mampani Dada John Ajekum Kofo be winning elections on winning year 2004 akaso be winning on winning year
okay
2008 ebem Professor Mills ne John Dramani Mahama en winning year 2012 akase John Dramani Mahama be winning on winning year na 2016 e won a contention ne wono Also ankasa. Also ankasa.
2015 no.
Say 2016. Wankasa obawoni anase onwoni. Enura ofreye. Na catch and say on check prophecy list no.
Okay.
This year so wakasa John Dramani Mahama bewon. We met 3 prophecies. 2 conditions or 3 any conditional. First one also John Dramani Mahama bewoni. Second one also obewoni so yemfa no. Eti
I don't know. Where no. Images na da in TV no so any on Facebook live no. Images are a free ododio constituency eba. So sha I say adie san and sa Nino ye wisiri wani eba no. Na manfo asase jubileti and this if we gina fa said na captain wo ka no NPP fo nso gina fa and will be we say man there be that man can he cry say what the we say Bannerman and I say Vanderpoy and the you better say the BC Akobat results a free man yourself eba Dickson so polling station back on mo any
Dickson so
Dickson so and it's NPP enya 232 votes or honorable presidential and NDC nya 34 gum musi gum nya 1 and I say rejected na 1 because there's gum here there's rejected na album ti mo ma me hu ni ye eno ene ye si honorable and Asante Achim Central or Sekufo International presidential NPP 280 NDC 58 CPP 1 now spoil ballot also 1 and also any the ekoso but mami rasukwa my part constituency is confusion as you
Asukwa constituency
Asukwa constituency
our polling station mayor Asiana
mintimi
because baby man so tasi e Asukwa constituency mra ya to abawi ye bobo e kase
mami nkomra na yeni nkomo kakra Bismarck
hello Kwame
menim so Asukwa constituency airport na wo na de na ekoso
Kwame mi wo our Asukwa Abubu hospital ho akasa na me no
confusion ben na asie
Kwame o mi se ni obi ko bi se nkom no e so ri de asatuma tero atitu Asukwa ha de ebusukwa eto a enja ye kra na county ni na e wo tent na se e wo Abubu hospital na ni ho pe na confusion ni na ne se e ballot paper no nipan template no baako akobo ama NDC ana baako akobo ma MPP ana agent for ni na say there be o mo mpene we si yenyin cream we si ya media enti kwa no ka say o mo ye na to ncha ya isi pe no ho no stay o mo ko workshop no ya ka to say bibi sa SP a o say o mo de ko quality center na afi o mo tumi hwe no ka bibi ama aso grade eba so far de o mo yi atonta ya counting no omaka NDC for edwin awo manya mbako 100 tami ka say we so kan MPP
MPP de be twen na yahwe se na eko Bismarck enso ewo Asukwa na ode wonum de na free ede abrain apo titimati banyene
the senior man.
The senior is here.
I salute you.
Now,
thank you very much.
Sorry,
morning show presenters. I want Ghana in Ano. Why morning show?
Fact.
Yeah, number of years. Number of senior. We welcome you, sir.
Kate, Minsha Cheba, Mammy glass.
Mammy
thank you very much.
Ebano radio Mupadia. Why morning show at
Yes.
The whole Ghana. The whole Ghana. Obia why morning show at Cheche Obia.
Now
relevant. No sounds that our radio so Kwame
Adingra.
There be Kwame Abante bi wo US I was seeing and your friend Paul Turner.
Okay.
Oboni Dino Kwame Adinkra.
one say so go be wu a na ge ye ni say o. Me tell some we say o mo say no retire in time. O say no retire in time.
Mama tell already.
You transfer from legend na you be retire.
Time na you tie o no senior na mo primary school. Na me primary.
Na primary oh. Munya say utia
Let me say why 27.
Kwame
27 years.
Yeah, 26.
Kwame radio 27 years. 27 solid.
Yeah. Kwame Tanko mi senior. And I say no primary school. And I know wa mama nu mi sem nyina sa say we min ka bio. Then why me afi. Why me afi. Asam no min ka.
My senior mus.
Senior Kwaba.
Thank you very much. First of all, Mabo Abaso. I mean, over the past 1 week, and I say you're standing up, birth 1 month today, the kind of promotion, activations, the branding, and in the mama kika boom ewahano, idea, a bura junin in Tassia. So, Yabo Abaso, ideas are more put